I'd like to requisition something. Oh, plus 30
So
that I'd
this
like
is
to spend.
chapter 34. Don't let Demi
What about a
shot. The
house?
side mission of one of the secondary teams is to keep Jason from ruining the stealth aspect
Can it have
by
a
going
pool?
shopping. Shut the fuck up.
I'd like a pool.
So, you will be doing investigations. So Arminius figures that people are playing politics against him. He doesn't like that. That could that shit, if it's not contained quickly, can really fuck a boy over, especially if he has. Fuck that external hard drive. So, especially if he has far-reaching ambitions. So he's gonna put a team on that. So I need you to put people who are competent and at investigating in various ways on this, and you each get to draw upon the pool of the characters you generated before, both those who might have died and who survived. You can pick two of them as lesser acolytes assigned to this effort that you can order around as little pawns.
All I'm looking at is Adolphus' dead body, Lynn Jackal.
Those who have died will, of course, start with one less fate point to use. We'll try it this way. That way you should have a total of 12 bodies to move around as you wish, trying to do secondary things.
Oh god. They have so little fucking XP.
I know. So start by picking who the actual competent person on the job is gonna be. Jackalor, it can be Zarkov, but it doesn't have to be. I'm just saying you will be not necessarily cutting through a bunch of bodies, though that is liable to happen. They're bound to be lower tier than you're used to, like not Necron level of fuckery.
Sure.
Oh,
We're different.
Adolphus, one person you can't pick is Jinzia.
Oh,
Why
really?
not? Why not?
Or the dude you willingly sacrificed. Essentially, characters who you haven't picked before, who are part of the original Darwinian generation. The trash tiers that were left behind on Civilized Worlds when you yeeted off a couple years ago.
Oh. I actually have someone that's decent at investigation as a side person.
What I mean, I still feel like I know who I'm going with because that's going to be my form of investigation.
Like, you
But
still pick from your primary three. That's like the leader from the team of acolytes, etc. But you get to pick two goon level acolytes essentially to send on errands.
I guess we could use Octavius Romulus.
You can discuss among yourselves what you are interested in bringing to the table, but the name
Oh,
means
wait.
nothing to us now.
Oh wait. The entire party gets just two random acolytes. Not every player gets
No,
two
every
acolytes.
player gets two random acolytes. If you make an executive decision to draw more from one person than another, like if you unanimously agree that you, for example, want 4 from Jackalor and 2 from Demi and 1 each from the others, that's fine, but, you know, agree among yourselves then. But by default, I'm assuming everyone picks 2.
Well, I know who I'm going with my main, because he's yet to be on a real long mission. I'm gonna go with Jason.
Of course you are.
Hey, it's politics. I'm good at talking.
Okay, Jackalor?
For the main character on investigation, I'm doing Marius.
Okay, Adolphus, do you have a choice ready?
I mean, I'd assume Zircon would be the only one that's actually useful for. Like as if might be useful for it, but only because he's good at interrogation and command. That's basically it.
Okay. On paper, at least, Zircon is in charge because he holds an interrogator rank. Should anyone ask, he's the one who's, as far as the Inquisition is concerned, is officially in charge of this little operation.
Okay.
And you're just, officially, you're looking into whoever the fuck ordered a hit on an Imperial Inquisitor? Unofficially, figure out who Arminius' enemies are. And, act accordingly.
That's a very Inquisition thing to do. I like.
Can we add, in case it matters, can we add carapace to them?
Yes, that is the one thing they can get, as well as either normal auto guns or las guns, mono sword, etc. Like, roughly that tier of crap. If they're lacking a gun or a melee weapon.
So for my two practically useless Octavius Romulus and Ventus Merido, I think, would do.
Okay. Tell the team in one sentence or less what each of these does.
Octavius is good at speaking to people,
Okay.
and Ventus is somewhat half decent at scrutiny, stealth, and deceit. So he's not terrible, but he's kind of a well-rounded guy who's somewhat capable at fighting. So,
Okay.
eh?
So they are both got shot dead or disassembled. So subtract some fate points from them. Like they each go down by 1.
All right.
Wait, is this for all of the lesser acolytes we're taking minus 1?
Yes.
No, those who died. If
Oh,
you
those who died.
if you have living picks, they don't need to subject themselves to that.
Can I choose Naya?
We already banned that.
No. As far as the warp and the Tides of Fate are concerned, Naya never existed. Who's Naya? We know of no Naya. So
Wait, shit, I don't. Oh, right, the discard file was when Boo came in and we discarded some, right?
who'd have thunk that those fired people might be useful at some point? Jackalord, Demi is still thinking, do you have picks?
I'm like for each mission or for one mission.
There's a good chance they might be coming along, but these are like the ones that are effectively available on Scintilla.
Marius is my main, of course, so I think I'll send Ferrus and do I care? Do I need more than one person? What's the bonus to having more people?
More hands on hand to, hey, this lead we just don't have the time to pursue. We can set this team of scrubs on it and maybe it won't go to shit or we'll get something out of it. You have someone to guard your safe house, etc. You have extra pairs of hands for when you need them. Because you're not going to be necessarily contacting the ship regularly. You're going to be down on the planet.
So, can we use from the discard pile?
No.
Okay. I'm glad. Because I already picked these two out before I even considered that pot.
So who's the second one, Jackler? I know there are some wonderful choices in there.
No, I'm not picking Athelaq.
Oh yes, that's right. Jabadan's the character of mine that was from Quadus and would be extremely depressed, seeing as how his entire families would have been massacred.
I guess I'll do Dariel a chance. Sure. I'll subtract the fate point from him.
Okay.
From threshold.
Yep. Ah, yes. The best kind of cop, the kind that stays 2 blocks over with a sniper rifle and whispers under his breath, "Stop, freeze, you're under arrest."
Exactly.
Well, shit, I guess I have no choice now.
I'm not sure if we applied this, and I don't think we have. The Lesser Acolytes technically do have 1k XP, so they get +1 rune, right?
Not in this case, they're essentially NPC cohorts.
They're gooks.
Then I feel like I know who I want to bring, mostly because the rest are absolute fucktards, and I'm an entirely social character. So the one person I'm gonna bring is an old character, Zoran 3, aka Adeptus Mechanicus Assassin.
There are like 4
Sniper.
assassins in that group already.
I have nothing better that actually.
Ferris is a seeker, not an assassin.
I mean, I had a Desperado that was also technically an assassin, but he wasn't role assassin.
Okay, there are 3 assassins in there out of 5.
Yeah, by the way, Dariel Lachance is Frontier World Adeptus Arbeits Assassin. Ferris Shell is.
Demi, do you have the last one picked out?
Yes, I'm gonna go with actually the Psyker Warrior that I thought of choosing actually as a main, Yana. She's not a really good Psyker, and the only thing she has is Invigorate, but she has Senescience.
Okay.
And she can smack a bitch.
We'll go in turn. Jackalord, tell us about the ones you picked.
Well, I have Ferris Shale, Penal Colon Adeptus Mechanicus Seeker. He's pretty good at being
One
an average
sentence
person.
or less. What is he good at?
Investigation and a bit on tech.
Okay.
Tech based.
And the other one?
Oh, but the Ferris Shale has in Demonology.
One sentence or less.
Sorry. Another chance. Police Sniper.
Okay. It's lovely. So, this team is absolutely disgusting. Arminius tells you to get a team of Inquisitors, like, you know, a team for Inquisiting, like, competent people. So, you gather together some people who are actually good at talking, and then they just pick every fucking Stormtrooper, SWAT, sniper, and other fucking killer they can find on the list.
I don't see what's wrong with that.
But sir, what if they don't respect our authority?
Tarta.
I'm gonna close the fucking door. People keep walking back and forth.
I didn't realize Ferris has 4 points, or 4 things at 40.
Okay. So, these are some of the people that are on hand, and they can be recalled to be redeployed in, 12 hours or less by chance. They have, as they've been finishing their cleanup operations, slowly gathering on Scintilla to report back in. Inquisitorial Carapace is definitely on hand for them. You have a good supply on that on board. Is there anything else any of them are missing?
XP.
I'm sorry, Demi.
I'll be right back.
Can they pick up auspexes?
Can they?
Aw.
I
I think the
mean,
next thing that I think the only thing next we have that's really available is long glasses on our ships.
We'll do it this way. Yeah, I think we'll do it this way. At most, a single roll of requisitions at -10 for the rush job per character. And you can use your main characters with a good influence to get something for the goons if you think that's more important.
shopping episode!
Copy episode.
And this isn't a case where you can use the +30s because not enough time to go through the inquisitorial bureaucracy. This is a you run
So you said one per character?
one per character.
What about upgrades? Does that count as something else?
Yep. Because like you're literally rushing down to the armory, like I can't wait the 3-day waiting period. I need a grenade launcher now.
Now. Let's go.
So, Jacklord, did you want auspexes?
Yes.
Keep in mind, you don't necessarily need auspexes for everyone. If you have like 3 or 4 in the whole group, that's probably enough.
There's a thing I'd like to buy.
Just say it.
Cerebral implants.
You son of a.
Implants are off the list because they take time to install and recover from.
I knew it.
Cannot be done in 12 hours.
Actually has a fair point this time.
I have returned.
Go back.
Honestly,
If you can't think of anything that you have to have for a mission like this before you go down to the planet, that's fine. You can try and buy stuff in the fucking hive. This planet
Demi,
houses...
you have something on now.
I was gonna buy something for Yana, but then I realized one of the things that I made a mistake on when making her was didn't give her chain training. Was gonna see about getting her an eviscerator, but then I
Doesn't
cried.
she have a force
Chain
sword?
axe. No.
Force sword, so low tech.
Yeah, but he doesn't have one.
And
You can
also
wait.
it requires training in that, which
No, you don't.
you don't.
Yeah, it's low tech.
Well, you
Oh.
still need to have training for low tech. It's just that most characters
Yeah.
start with that Jackalore.
Sorry, my bad.
Okay. So, any other preparations you would like to make other than potentially trying to buy some stuff? Any plans you would like to lay even before you head down to the planet?
Can we bully the Adeptus Arbites to open their archives for us or something?
Sure, if you wish to go loud, you have a inquisitorial interrogator with you. The Rosette opens many doors. He can make an inquiry.
We really shouldn't go loud from the get-go.
I think Marius would like to study up on the local nobility.
In 12 hours, you say?
For the few hours.
Okay.
Yes, and like the 12 hours, get a cursory, a bit of additional information on top of what he knows already.
Okay, make a literacy high Gothic roll.
A linguistics high Gothic roll?
Mm-hmm. With intelligence.
Just flat?
Yep. Okay. So, here's the funny part. This sector has been colonized for a long time, and there are many long-standing alliances, and plenty of cause for nobles to clash, or otherwise get uppity and cause trouble. But they usually exist in a precarious balance that sort of self-corrects through, well-timed political assassinations, executions, accusations of treachery, and, the usual attempts at rebellion and betrayal. However, currently, we are rounding, I think, 5 Imperial systems fucked to greater or lesser extent, and one of them was the Lathe Worlds. So, that balance, imagine a house of cards except the cards are made of champagne glasses. And they're standing on a wobbly table, but they usually manage to self-correct.
That sounds like a lot of tinkling noises.
So, the table is made of glass, and someone just took a brick and yeeted it through the surface of that glass table.
Beautiful.
So, that effectively things are kind of fucked. You have an idea which nobles might be hurt a little more than the others, but it's hard to say who exactly might be making moves just from studying the political situation from surface records. About all you can tell is that you can expect a great deal of white noise there, honestly, because there's gonna be a lot of fucking plotting.
Mm-hmm.
People moving, trying to secure their interests, fuck over rivals, etc.
Understandable.
And if you make it significantly worse, you could see a new sector governor in a decade when the Civil War dies down.
Out of
That sounds like a
curiosity,
lovely mess.
I'm going to buy a best quality chameleon line cloak.
Okay. So, it's what's scarce normally?
No, rare, so it goes up to near unique.
Mm-hmm. So you're rolling at... Near unique is what, minus 50 normally?
Yes.
Since this is a rush job, it's a minus 60. And you can't use the plus 30s because there's no time to enact the bureaucracy. Are you sure you want to do this?
I get plus 10 because I did this one stratum.
Well, go ahead then!
So minus 50.
Yep.
24. Do I care? Probably not. Guess I'll just get a normal one. So that's minus 20. After both the rush job and adeptus administratum.
Just
Alright.
roll.
So Daria, the chance has a chameleon on cloak now.
You rolled that using the influence of your main character, I assume.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, so that's the one requisition you can make with that character. Alright.
I'd like to go.
Yeah.
I have two. I'd like to get. The two things. The first one is for Zoran. Then,
Mm-hmm.
for him, it's pretty simple: a chameleon line cloak.
Okay.
And that's buying with Jason, and Jason has the Adeptus Administratum thing. So I think that drops it to actually scarce in terms of availability.
It's minus 20 still because the minus 10 for rush.
Mhm.
But yeah.
Yeah, let's do this. Minus 20. All right. So he gets that. And
The Inquisitor tells you to solve a political mess so he doesn't get interfered with. The Acolytes hear him start arming assassins.
and does anybody else want to go before I go? Or?
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Sure. See, I was thinking, Yana doesn't know chain, so I don't want to get the -20. I need a low-tech weapon that's good. Found one. It's supposed to be from Enemies Beyond. It's called the Wailing Trident.
No, isn't that always
That sounds like an exotic weapon to me, Demi.
yeah,
It's
those are all Armor Imperialis are exotic weapons all.
Is it?
Yep.
If
They're
it's
all-
Xeno origin, then pretty much guaranteed to be.
No, they're not Xeno. Armor Imperialis has all the Imperial weapons. They're just all counted as exotic. It's started at the beginning of the chapter.
Really?
Yep.
I'm
I would have loved to have a graviton hammer that's only low tech, of course, but you know.
Love now. Don't worry about this. Don't worry. I'll find this. Somebody else go then while I'm looking for stuff.
Okay. Also, keep in mind that you've rolled with Jason once. The other rolls will have to be with your shitty characters, which means you can't take advantage of the good influence.
Oh, I thought the main character is rolling for all of them.
No. Each character gets to requisition once. Sorry, Demi.
I thought it was once per. Okay, never mind.
Yeah, you just
I'm
don't
not
have the time to run around getting mountains of stuff for these fuck-ups.
Yeah, no, I'm not requisitioning anything then.
Okay. Adolphus. Any mission-critical piece of equipment you need? We don't. We don't need auspexes if they can't see us.
I guess Octavius could use an aspect.
Okay, and those are what, scarce?
Plus 10 because of the spearfishers now?
Sure.
So that's minus 10 effectively.
Yeah. Nice and easy to get.
I'd like to acquisition aspects with Daria LeChance.
Seriously, Adolphus was going. Wait your fucking...
Oh, sorry, my bad.
Wait, what was it again?
It's minus
plus-
10 for aspects. Total.
Oh, it's minus 10.
Yeah, after everything is taken into account. You have scarcity, bonus for spearfishers, and the rush job.
I don't think that's correct.
You might have fucked up. Well, you won't lose
There,
influence on
finally, it
this.
fucking...
Okay, you want to try that with any of the other characters?
Yes, I would like to make for an aspect with Daria LeChance.
Go ahead.
Fails.
Does it fail enough for him to lose influence, Jackalor? Check.
Yes. It's 3 degrees, so yes, he loses 1 influence.
That is 4 degrees, so he loses 2.
Oh no. I am scaredy.
Some of the spearfishers beat the shit out of him and take his wallet.
Give me your lunch money, nerd.
Yeah, just walks into the barracks like, yo, you give me your aspects. The heavy stands up, flexes. What the fuck did you just say, kid?
I ain't made out of bitch material.
I guess
Why?
Sir Khan could use a very fancy regicide kit.
No.
By the way, I just
If you're
wanted
gonna buy something, buy an excruciator kit.
I just wanted to note something that I just realized because circles were and X's were made where things died. Doesn't this preference seem to be things that are on the fucking white lines?
Oh, it's strange. It's almost like the stable warp rules draw things or something.
Whack. Good to know. So we just have to make them unstable, I hear.
Sure. I hear there's a Chaos Warband that would be happy to help with this endeavor.
You know what? Fuck it. Yeah. Excruciator kit time.
That is, I think, very rare.
Yep.
Yes, so it is, according to the book.
Remember that,
So that's a minus 30?
yeah,
Minus 40.
minus 40 total with, with the rush job. Remember that rogue trader stormtrooper that we made think he had been in a demon world for like 3 years?
The rush job was a minus 10, right? So that
Yes,
would be canceled out by master of paperwork.
Yes.
So it goes to minus 30.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you have a torture kit. And that's you rolling your one good roll with
Yep.
Marius.
And I already rolled one of the shit rolls, and the other one's even worse for rolling anything, so screw that.
Alright. Alright, so the others will meet you on the planet because fuck waiting for Boo. How would you like to travel to the main hive? What's your insertion method? There is the, charter inquisitorial flight, clear the airspace approach, of course.
Let's do it quiet, like just hire some rando and dress up like fucking scrubs.
Nah, I have a better idea if we want to do it like this. Though the question is our ship already docked or not?
It's docked, but it's docked at the orbital stations. It's,
Yeah, she can't land. It's perfectly possible.
There are people.
You're not
I
at
don't
the
know.
commercial docks.
No,
Yes, there are people, Demi.
But
This is a planet.
there are workers going back and forth. He is right, and cargo
No,
shuttles.
that's not
No?
the issue. There was one thing that I was thinking is like, yeah, we could go all super sneaky like, right?
Mhm.
But at the same time, we're gonna need to be interacting with people, in high places. So there is actually a benefit to having people that are known. So why not have some set of people, the people that are supposed to be, for example, Marius and Jas and blah blah, maybe some bodyguards, go in as a entourage special, while the rest actually just scurry out and be the stealth squad.
Okay.
We have our presence known, but we also have a lot more people that are unknown. You
I
get
mean,
me?
if we're going to have that be done with any of them, it'd probably be mine, seeing as how mine is the one in charge.
Oh yeah, and yours obviously.
So effectively, the A team is going all on its own, and you're having the scrubs infiltrate.
No, we don't want that, Demi.
No, that you're not
But
getting.
we have,
You're not getting the point. But whatever the fuck, just fuck.
we could have Marius go with the B team, but you guys take some of the B team with you.
Yeah, no, because the idea was people who are going to be influencing in high places and have actually the advantage to being known, present themselves in the proper fashion, while the rest are the stealth team that aren't known. So basically, yeah, there's Inquisition present. I mean, it's not a fucking new thing,
Okay,
but
Demi, that's a great idea, but it's a shit idea to start with. It's something you can do later once you have an idea which nobles to check out. Because Scintilla is a world of 20 billion, I think, or at least 15. And it's the sector capital. The nobility numbers in the millions, at least.
Yeah.
It's a lot of options.
Yeah, you. Which of the 50 parties going on right at this moment do you go to?
I wasn't.
It's 25 million. A billion.
Never fucking mind. Let's just go on one thing then. Doesn't matter.
Okay. Do we go openly?
No, we're going stealth then.
Okay.
Because we need to find out which nobles we are, but there's 1 million, so what the fuck do we do then? I mean, we
How
narrow it
about
down
we
to
start
people
by
next to power.
each going and visiting,
Let's split and
have the noble
split up and share.
characters visit noble families they actually know on Scintilla?
But yeah, there's the problem that comes in. How do you just visit a noble family? You don't. You need to actually
Why,
have something.
I'm in the system.
You.
Which
Hello,
means-
my family members.
Some of you are highborn. You would have excuses to. Let's.
Your character's highborn. 2 of mine are highborn. At the
Your
very minimum,
ability
that's...
to, at any point, just start visiting nobles depends entirely on whether you pack your good suit and whether you remember your last name.
All right then. I mean, we can do that, but there's also remember mentions that people who actually know also already know what we are. Then at that point, maybe not.
Yeah.
Almost. Yeah.
Okay, so what was the goal with your idea to ask around who might dislike Arminius particularly much? Or.
I mean, I feel like it wouldn't start that aggressive because you have to butter up the people first. And to do that, okay, to have the ability to send over an assassin as trained as that, especially against Arminius, you have to be somebody in power.
Mhm.
So yeah, there's nobility, but then you have what you can consider upper nobility, which narrows the fucking playing field a lot more.
Okay.
Still in the thousands. At
So,
least.
Demi, you have on one of your characters, I think it might be this one or Kaibus, the fancy iPad.
Jason's.
So, here's the thing. First of all, I need you to decide how you're going down to the planet, but on the way down, and once you settle in, you can use the iPad to study which nobles would potentially have the influence to try something like this. And then you can make a more targeted approach to those. Because if you start, checking everyone...
Yeah. So that's where, my idea comes back in. It's like, if we do go in talking with our names, things, unless we make some sort of fake identity and like fake household, they're gonna at one point or not find out. Though we can also go super stealthy, find out what they know, and then yeet on them with the, hey, we're Inquisition.
I think we should just go nonchalant, at least at first. And, not make it super obvious that we're here on business.
Sure then. So we all dress like random workers just getting some offshore leave. Then we suit up.
Okay. So, you attempt to infiltrate the flow of workers heading down to the surface. How would you like to go about that?
We need worker outfits, which I don't think would be particularly hard to get.
That you wouldn't particularly need to roll for. Yeah, that's easy enough.
Trust me, all you need is appearance. As long as you look good and don't, present yourself as, that and shining things, you're good to go, fam. One of those things where, like, you could bring a ladder anywhere if you just have one of those helmets and in, like, a jacket.
Basically.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just don't forget your suitcase or whatever the fuck with stuff in it.
I mean, we'd probably be carrying crates or something.
Okay. So, you have with you, 6 people, and you're carrying several crates denoting equipment, cargo, and fancy clothing. Let's see. Who has a skill they would be willing to roll that might fit to predict any hiccups with this straightforward and clever plan?
I have bureaucracy out the ass.
Tactica Imperialis.
I have bureaucracy too, and a fuck ton of deceive.
Yeah, the same
This isn't
disease.
really a bureaucracy thing. I'm looking for trade voidfarer or common law imperial navy, something along those lines.
Oh,
Oh.
I have infused knowledge then in that case.
I mean, Zircon has Voidfarer, so
Okay. Why don't you both roll? Because these are different things, you'll get slightly different things.
All right. Due to reasons, I will not be applying the scribe tines because I have to think. So the only thing I get is the vat-grown cerebral implant as a +10.
And assume the base is a +10 as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna write just infused knowledge on here.
Yeah, it's better if you just have infused knowledge written down.
What's the base? +10?
Yep, for both you and Adolphus.
I think that's wrong.
What do you
For
mean
fuck's sake. The one fucking time that I fucking type an extra goddamn 0.
Well, there
You
goes
did
that
it
crit.
twice already.
This is so sad. Try.
F.
If
So, Jason, where you're infiltrating, these are not high security workers. You picked an area where, you know, people who are skilled enough to go to Scintilla and don't work on anything too important. You know, like guns or reactors, you know, they might maintain life support and they might be watched while they're working on it, but they're not particularly closely watched. 2 things. These people usually travel down to the planet once every several days, so there's not a lot of luggage. And they have to submit timesheets for hours worked.
All right. I feel like because we're coming directly from our ship, faking one of those things would have been very possible, right?
I mean, we could just, you know, pretend to be some of the crew that were doing this already from our ship.
yeah, we could also be basically moving cargo.
Effectively, you are the kind of hired contractors that are able to rent a proper apartment and, you know, you actually get primitive health insurance mostly because it's cheaper to treat you than to replace you with the amount of training you have. But you still, like, if you don't show up with a timesheet, it's like, bro, don't you want to eat this week? Because these are still people that don't have savings or can afford to miss work.
So they're middle class.
Yeah, pretty much. They're like middle class at best, you know? So, you showing up without timesheets, with a lot of cargo, on a shuttle that you're not usually taking, kind of looks iffy.
Probably bring, but worksheets. Worksheets should be fairly easy to just forge.
Obtain and forge, yeah. I mean, it's our ship. It's like,
Yeah.
we've always been here working.
Okay? So, would you like timesheets for having worked on the Hammer of Light? Because you can get legit ones, like ones actually issued by the ship, or do you want to make the effort to try and do something more elaborate. They're like punch cards. They're not high-tech solutions. So they will probably scan them into a system ground side after you leave. But, they're not the kind of thing that they'll immediately know if it's just, fake or made up.
Would that be bureaucracy to try and attempt to make fake ones that that don't just look real, but they could actually be real, as long as nobody goes and asks the person that actually hands them out?
Yeah, they'll probably know once they try to read them into the system, or they might assume that, hey, cogitator fault, sorry, when this guy shows up, tell him we can't pay him. Or, your payday never made it into the system, son, sorry.
Yeah, that's basically what the high-tech solution we want.
Alternatively, you could have your assassin steal some from legitimate workers on other ships. You have a bunch of stealthy people.
We don't need to do that.
Yeah, that's going to raise more questions.
Really? You think the Imperium cares if some asshole just tells you, hey, I work these days, just ask the lieutenant on that ship, honest, I want to eat? Like, no, you're just drunk and lying to me, fuck off.
Though, on that question, because we do have a worksheet, presumably while we're staying, we're going to need to do jobs and keep on punching, right?
If it's a fake one that's not actually in the system, and if it comes at default, it's like, based off the earlier lore roll, at this level, not that much care is taken. They're not working on anything super important, so it's like, if you showed up asking for your pay after having given them a fake one...
You filed the paperwork wrong, idiot.
Yeah, there's like a 75% chance, at least, that they'll just tell you, sorry, your paycheck isn't in the system, I can't help you. And just... if, you don't exist in the system, you're not on any shift lists, if you're not missing from where you're supposed to be, no one's
You
probably
might
gonna
as
give a
well be
fuck.
dead.
Fair enough. Luckily, we have inquisitorial credit cards that we keep at the fucking fully black. I remember the fucking inquisitor giving me his even.
Okay, what do you claim the cargo is? Because you would have to check it in. They would ask, like, why the fuck do you have 3 fucking shipping crates with you?
Very easy, actually. Repair parts. We've been heavily damaged.
Why would they go down is the issue.
Broken parts, then.
That's just dumped.
These machines are badly hurt. We must reach the mechanicum on the surface. Okay, so you want to make a reasonable sounding excuse. Elect one amongst you to make a deceive check with the +10 because they don't really give a fuck.
Let's. I have a deceive at +20 with 52 fellowship on Marius.
With Jasna, I have 52 fellowship and 4 ticks of deceive.
Oof. Take it, you bitch.
I have 4 ticks of charm and 4 ticks of fucking deceive, Jacklord.
You have inquiry.
I do have 1 tick of inquiry.
I have 3 ticks of inquiry.
Okay,
bitch.
so you want to
Wow.
go with legit timesheets from the Hammer of Light.
We can do it.
I don't see why we wouldn't go with a legit one.
Unless there's, if we can do it, we
It's
should,
harder
unless there's...
to track you if someone starts digging through cogitator records trying to figure out where the fuck Arminius' acolytes went to and why am I being hunted.
That's what we think. I think we should just fake it, but
Sure, then let's fucking try and fake them. I'm gonna do the
Alright,
seagull.
fine.
Okay, that would be... Well, he's deceiving and talking his way on there. Let's go with Scholastic Lore Bureaucracy. And, what are the other options for it?
Adeptus Administratum Common.
Is there like a trade that's like for forgery or something
I
even
think
exists?
there might be. But,
There is-
I mean in terms of attributes.
Oh,
Because, I think this is... I mean, honestly,
we can
you
roll
just...
Scholastic lores is fellowship.
Well, will forcing you to roll this as... You know what, yeah, let's call that an agility thing with +10.
An agility thing.
Yeah, because you're effectively able to get, you know, looks from a distance of how they look like, and you can guess how the system could work. But you're still just taking a, you know, fucking hole puncher and going... or something along those lines, presumably. If you have tools to help with that, that is appropriate in this case. Who's rolling that?
I think it's him because I don't have bureaucracy. I have adeptus administratum common law, but other than that, I only have judgment, occult, and tactic imperialis.
Yeah, I mean, I have bureaucracy, but I'm doing something else currently.
We're gonna say that he had to figure out, you know, what were the acceptable lies and, you know, prepare the story so there wouldn't be any obvious holes. Do you have any of your secondary guys that have bureaucracy? Although, you know what, I'll let Adeptus Administratum replace that. I'll just make it a flat roll instead.
Okay.
And, yeah, if you have anything like a combi tool or an Auspex for... well, you have Auspexes, right? So you'd have been able to, you know, get a scan of an existing one at distance.
Oh, we also have Disguise Kit with Marius.
That wouldn't help here, but the Auspex will give you a +10 for having a scan.
So, Auspex. And a combi tool.
+20.
Scholastic Lore. Not a common lore adeptus. Administratum +20 from the tools.
With
And
agility.
+20 from cerebral implants.
Yes, but it's still with agility.
Yes. I mean, it's the same.
Hello.
Hello there. Jesus.
Okay,
Okay, that's...
so the other three rush up, and you need 3 more worksheets. So, Boo, I'm gonna need you
Yes.
to do something. Arminius
Will do, whatever.
wants to know who the fuck sent an assassin after him and who his political rivals are and are maneuvering against him. So you get to pick 1 guy from the A-team and 2 guys from the people that either lived and weren't picked or died during the Armenian character creation as a lower tier acolyte subordinate to you.
Oh, so just the ones that survived the Darwinian shit, basically.
The ones who survived, or those, if you pick ones that died during the Armenian creation,
Yeah.
you just need to subtract a fate point from them for them having escaped death. Because
Oh, okay.
Because those shitty agents have been gathering on Scintilla as they complete their shitty jobs, and
Yeah, fair enough.
and they're getting put to use under you.
So, someone tried to kill Arminius is what I hear. Also, I apologize for glowing literally as much as Demi's head is going to when he's like 60, because he's going to be completely bald.
Right in the soul! No prisoners taken! Shit!
Fuck. But who wants to kill Arminius?
Well, session before that, a random Imperial Temple assassin came at him. One
Oh.
designed to specifically kill psychers.
Oh, jeez. Okay then, well, I'm going to definitely send loot from the main company, like the main boyos.
Keep in mind these should be people who are good at investigating, not necessarily killing things, because you will have a total of 8 secondary characters of extra pairs of hands and muscle, and there's like 3 or 4 assassins
good
in there already.
Ah, good lord. I mean, I will still send loot, because who best to send after an assassin than someone who knows the job?
no.
And... What?
We We
What?
don't look for assassins. We look for people who hire assassins.
I mean, fair enough, yeah. Ooh. I could send my Nurgle corrupted fucking psyker.
Is that someone you wish to pick?
No. I'm going to send my fucking Chirurgeon, Fike, and Henri. Henri is the first character that I made, so I'm sending this boy. Because I don't really have anyone that's really good at investigating, per se.
Okay.
And loot.
And loot.
Yes.
Okay. So each of these characters would have gotten the opportunity to requisition something at minus
Okay.
10 during the scramble to get people on whoever the fuck tried to kill the boss.
Yeah, fair enough.
Before you know, you roll with your player's influence, and you can only do it for one of the fucking B goons.
As
So
in,
I can
you
get
roll
one item for the main dude and one for either of the two.
No. You can roll total of 3 times, but you roll once for each character. So you
Ah,
only
okay, I get
have
it.
one roll with loot's influence, which is the good one. And, twice with whatever they themselves have.
I get it. To be honest, one thing that loot just straight up doesn't have and never fucking had, which would be very useful, is a fucking Auspex. Not gonna lie. What would a best quality Auspex be?
I think minus 50 in this case.
Minus 50? Did I hear that right?
Yep.
Yeah,
It's
let me
scarce normally, minus 10 for
Yeah.
the rush job, and minus 30 for the quality.
Fair. But wait, if it's scarce, would it be that rare if it's scarce? Best
It
quality?
goes scarce, and then jumps to very rare, and then best would get extremely rare.
Ah, okay, then I'll just go good instead of best.
Okay, so it's minus 40.
Believe.
What's the other minus 10 from?
Rush job.
I know, it's minus 10, then minus
Good-
20. Why is
good-
it minus 40?
Good jumps to minus 20 immediately. Because the
Yeah.
Imperium doesn't make good shit.
Yeah, but it's minus 20 there, and then another minus 10.
Scarce
that's
is minus
30.
10.
And it
Oh,
starts at
no, I
minus
didn't
10.
get you. I didn't get you because you said it jumps to minus 20. I thought it only increases by minus 10, not minus 20. My bad. Then, fuck it. I'll just go for a fucking regular one because I ain't getting a fucking good quality one. Hey, it's a
Just
rush
in the
job.
armory. So how much would that cost? Okay, how much would that cost? Okay, I'll take a normal one.
Yeah, essentially. So that's minus 30. No, minus 20, right?
Yep.
Hello. Fucking. That's the Auspex.
Okay. They just love how the others went just like Chemline cloak for the assassin, Chemline cloak for the assassin.
Well, I kind of already have that shit. I mean, yeah.
It's like gonna be half the team squeezed into a tiny sniper's nest all pointing at the meeting site. It's like,
Oh man, I love that. Like even with all the chameleon line cloaks and shit like that, my fucking stealth thing is like fucking that. Anyway, and what else would I like to requisition for these two? Let me see.
they would get Inquisitorial Carapace, stored securely in not suspicious at all crates.
Totally. I mean, to be honest, fucking on Henri, I can keep the Imperial Guard flak armor, but yeah. Actually, that's the carapace is 6 on everything, right?
Yes.
Or 5.
It's just obvious when you put it on.
Yeah, fair. Fair. It's 6 on the head as well, or no,
Yeah.
it's not the head. Wait,
Yeah.
is
6
it
on
the
the head as well.
Oh shit.
In the location 6 armor.
It's just like fucking slums, just 12 guys in inquisitorial armor shack up, try to act inconspicuous, just smoking in gleaming black carapace on the street corner. Hello, fellow factory workers!
How do you do, fellow factory workers? Boy, am I tired.
I hope they don't cut our rations again!
Oh, but what the fuck would they need though? Is there anything that could help with fucking like logic?
Yes, implants. You don't have the time to put them in.
Yeah, true though. Huh. One question: can I combine like the 2 requisition to just get
No.
1? Damn it. Oh boy, one has 21 influence, the other one has 23. That's perfect.
Ah, yes,
Holy
the
shit.
consequences of making it the dumb stat.
Nah, just the thing is, I just now realized how many fucking things this guy, the Fike, has. He has High Gothic, Low Gothic, Armor, Adeptus Administratum, Common Lore Underworld, Scholastic Lore Cryptology, fucking Forbidden Lore Demonology, and Forbidden Lore Heresy. Good
You
lord.
just went for the cheap shit.
I mean, he only has like 1 ticketed because like this dude's never seen fucking combat, essentially.
So you're
never seen-
sending down 2 or 3
campaign.
demonologists to the surface of the planet. Should I be concerned?
Hey, okay, fair. So both of them get Inquisitorial Carapace, you said, right?
All of
They
them
can
did.
use it, yes.
I'm not going to give it for. I'm not going to take it on Fike simply because he has a hotshot lasgun that's kind of heavy with the fucking ammo.
Mm-hmm. And for some reason he has a conversion field.
Yeah, for some reason I have no idea how the fuck he has that. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe we found it on the
Who?
fucking thing.
Rolled big money on the initial super rare
Oh,
requisitions.
that's right.
Yeah.
He requisitioned that from our loot pile, didn't he?
No, he's one
No,
of the
this is
side
a character.
characters.
Yeah, this is the Darwin. This is one that survived the Darwinian creation.
I think he might have just rolled it like at the very
Might.
beginning.
Might be, yeah, when we were just doing the Darwinian creation shit.
Ah, yes, I have a target of 4. Oh, look!
Essentially.
I think that actually happened at one point.
Must
Probably.
have regenerated between all of us like 50 or 60 characters. Counting
Yeah,
each.
that is true. That is true. I just don't know what the fuck to get though on these fuckers.
Don't have
fuck
to
it,
get
Chameleon
anything.
Cloaks.
Yeah.
Chameleon line cloaks, fuck it, let's try.
Okay, minus 20. They will lose influence if they fuck it up.
Fuck it, I'm going for it.
Wait, do you have like a 3% chance?
What did you say, Demi?
They have a 3% chance.
Have you spent fate points for plus 10?
I mean, we can, just not gonna make much of a difference.
It's 10%.
11. He'll lose 2 influence off of that, because my influence
Way
thing.
more.
What do you mean he'll lose way more?
That's a lot of degrees of failure.
That's a total of 5. But,
Doesn't it doesn't it go up to the thing, and then you lose if you go over your thingy?
Fellowship bonus.
Yeah,
So what's our fellowship bonus?
it's 2.
so you lose 3, not 2.
3.
3, yeah, not 2, my bad.
Jack Lord got burned on this earlier. He was like, oh no.
Damn it, so close! If I had the 10%, goddammit, you're right, Jackalor.
You fool!
You fool! Oh well, at least he doesn't lose any influence.
Indeed.
I mean, no, Henri's the guy like that I played on my first Darwinian mission, and he was the only one that survived.
yeah, no, you use that to stay, alive and
Yeah.
eat. And
Yeah.
the accounts be running dry, mate.
Yeah. Anyway, that's it.
Okay. So, the character that loses the influence gets beaten up again by the spearfishers.
Hey, he's a nerd. He knows like science and shit. So
And
yeah. it's to be
Ivory was
expected.
forced to tactically retreat from the nerd he doesn't even like that much and just go home.
I mean, I think he's the only character I have with like logic that's not garbage.
So, yeah, a servitor finds your nerd boy, Fake, in the bathroom, tied up, gagged with a sock, and without his wallet.
All around me are familiar faces.
Like, that's false. They were all unfamiliar.
True,
He
true.
just reprised his role as the bullied kid in high school.
Exactly. He's just, he just redid his very, very, very famous Oscar-winning performance as the Plunger.
God damn.
That's actually a good one.
Alright, so since everyone is here, I want everyone to roll a luck dice.
From the weakness of the mind, the Messiah save us.
I'm winning this.
Demi, you were saying?
I'm winning this.
Alright.
Wait, Demi,
Yep,
did you
you
say
won.
that with Jackalope?
You won the bad roll. Congratulations.
Alright. Let's do it this way. Demi, give me another luck roll. Let's see how bad it gets.
Oh shit.
Hey, that's doubles. I think that's there we go.
No, wait, 8 is corn. 8 is corn, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah, 8 is corn. So is the Inquisitor coming to say hi again?
No. So let's see. Yeah, let's go with these. Roll me a 1d4, Demi.
God.
Oh,
A 4,
no.
you say?
Okay, so apparently, well, yeah, the news would get out. News would get out. So once you get to the surface, there's a great deal of people in the street talking in that worried, wait, what the fuck happens now? Way that crowds do when people are really fucking scared.
Ask around. What's going on?
You can try and get get an idea of what is happening. You can each pick one of your characters or goons, as the case may be, to do an inquiry roll. Try and piece things together.
Who would have thunk Jason's good at this? Whack.
Do speak up if you are not gonna be making the attempt, either in the chat or out loud.
Yeah. I'll go for it.
Mm-hmm.
Let me see.
Base difficulty? And what is it using? Fellowship or intelligence or something else?
Either or, whichever is higher. The base is challenging. So
That
plus
means
0.
what? A minus 20?
No, it's plus 0. No penalty or bonus. Boo, will you be
Nope, I don't have anyone that has inquiry, so no.
Jackalor?
What are you rolling?
Inquiry
Inquiry?
with either fellowship or intelligence based on your preference, and plus 0.
Okay. Take that, bitches.
Okay. So apparently, things are continuing to be troubling because someone, and it's hard to tell who, but Jackalor's character has an idea which noble might have done it, has leaked the content of astropathic communications with one of the rescue fleets that went to the Lathe Worlds. And the communications don't look good because it appears that the phenomena has moved along the warp route to the neighboring system, the high world of Land Under. Which is
That's not good.
a hive of some 3 billion on an inhospitable world that harvests many rare chemical compounds. Or I should say harvested in the past tense. as we all know how the Black Sun treats a system.
Where the fuck is that? Well, I can't find it on the map.
Right next to
Hey,
the
come on.
lakes.
Black Suns
Oh.
matter. Come on.
Oh, it's. I didn't see it from the X. Fair.
Why was Orbital Quill circled again?
'Cause it's covered in orcs and heresy ship parts.
Next mission, let's go.
So, I don't know why, but Malphite is getting suspicious at this point.
I mean, at this point, they're like, oh shit. Like, honestly,
They're fucking abandoning the system as we speak.
no, most people aren't. Just the nobles, and they have surrounded the spaceports with troops.
Oh, Jesus.
Fair enough.
I have a
Also,
question.
one question. Oh,
Yeah, go for it.
I mean, the X means the planet's got yod.
Yep.
Yes, essentially. Drowned in
The
blood and horror.
Yeah, the red one means it's finna get yod, and the blue one and the yellow one, I assume it means it's close to being yod.
The circles denote how wrecked the planet is. Orbital
Yeah.
Quill is not going to be producing anywhere near what it should
yeah.
for a very long time. Vaccinite is damaged, but still sort of functioning as a planet.
Yeah, fair.
My question is more of a out of character thing in this case. We always meme about Malphite being a shit place. What the fuck happens to Malphite in the lore?
Malphite
question.
is like, you know how imperial politics are absolute shit, horror, treachery? Imagine Malphite if a planet had been run by the Lancaster clan for 3,000 years.
Ew.
That's Malphite.
Jesus.
Yeah,
I feel like the easiest way to say that is just Malphite's Bosnia.
yeah. It's not wrong.
It's Congo under the Belgians.
Ooh. And they need an apartheid.
But other than that, you are able to make it to the surface and unload your crates.
So we're going to Orbital Quill or Malphite?
No.
You're saying on Scintilla, trying to figure out who tried
Scintilla,
to
okay.
yeet your
Oh, fair enough. Our
Inquisitor.
boyo.
And
Our boyo.
the Inquisitor is gonna... How in contact with the ship are you planning to continue being? In terms of sending signals?
Not very, I'd assume.
Yeah,
if we're
because
trying
we
to go
need to be
quiet.
covert, yeah.
Okay.
It's like Rainbow Six going dark.
Okay, then out of character, the Inquisition. I think this would push it over the edge. They're gonna
No, this pushes it over the edge.
officially give an order that the Inquisitorial ship, known as the Hammer of Light, is to remain in port in order to respond to the needs of the Inquisition during the developing situation. Essentially,
We've been
you are
Yeah,
grounded.
essentially. Yeah, we've been grounded. It's all like political political detainment, essentially. Like, we're not saying that you can't go anywhere, but you can't go anywhere.
Be a real shame if the orbital defense batteries were turned on your ship as you were trying to undock. That's all I'm saying.
It's like, malfunctions happen. Come on. Oh, good lord.
Indeed.
Oh yeah, by the way, how did Arminius even survive the thing?
I saved him.
Yeah, the acolytes managed to fight it off.
Nice.
Yeah.
It
And
came this close to burning Fate Point for him.
yeah,
What?
Chris was just like, "Ow, I'm wounded. This isn't going well." Opens window. Eee.
Oh no, the assassin did burn a Fate Point. But he came close to fucking over Arminius.
Very close.
And the way he went about it, it was more in the nature of a polite warning that the that Assassin's Guild was gunning for him. So, good luck. You have 3 moderately inconspicuous shipping crates with discrete anti-grav generators built into them, so you can actually move them. And inside are grenade launchers, weaponry, fancy clothing, 12 sets of heavy armor, essentials.
The Inquisitor got attacked, huh? Loads M42 rotary grenade launcher with malicious intent.
One of you has a grenade launcher, actually.
Yep, I believe they do.
Oh, you have one as well. More than
no,
one,
no,
then.
No, I don't. I only have a hotshot lasgun. Like, that's the biggest thing I have. I have fucking long
I
lasgun.
have a melted gun.
Oh, nice, there you go.
God fucking damn it. Degenerates. Ah, yes, let's just run this crate through the scanner. Fucking bulkhead gates start coming down. Ew. God just looks at you in shock like, oh shit.
TSA, put your hands up.
So, where in the hive would you like to set up a base? You have options ranging from the Underhive, where you kill some mutants, take their nest, and no one knows that you are fucking there, to trying to shack up with a noble who you assume is either too stupid or too, content with their lot in life not to be part of any conspiracies against an Inquisitor.
Okay, first of all, never do that because never trust nobles.
Can we requisition a mansion with a pool?
Totally.
That
To be honest... Oh, sorry, go.
on a high world, that is a near unique requisition. You, however, have accounts. And you could, if not buy one, Demi, you could certainly rent one befitting the status you're aspiring to.
To be honest,
You
the
got
status we're aspiring to is definitely more mutant than a giant mansion.
But I feel like we shouldn't go too us in the hunter, right? Like we've disguised ourselves as middle class people, so let's keep it that way. I think.
Okay, so you're gonna be about middle of the hive. Like level 150 near Stinking Manufactorum out of 500.
Yeah.
So, the spaceport is pretty high up, as you might expect. You have a long way to go with those crates. Let's do it this way. This is a long trek, but the ways are mostly traversable. Let's do it this way. Toughness checks with plus 10 to those not used to high worlds, and with plus 30 to those who are hive-born, because you're used to moving through the crowds.
What about penal colony?
You get fucked, Jackalor. That's what you get as a penal colonist.
You said
So-
a minus 10?
Plus 10.
Plus 10.
Unless you're a high worlder, in which case it's plus 30.
Roll for your main characters only to begin with. We'll roll for the goons if it becomes necessary, if they get engaged in something.
Okay. That's
Question:
good.
what if you're a highborn from Malphite?
You had a squad of soldiers to clear the way. Sorry, Demi.
Bastard.
And roll this twice because it is a long way, and for each roll that you fail, take level fatigue.
I'm gonna re-roll the crit fail. Can I use my own faith points?
Yeah. For such a marginal crit fail, I would just give you 2 points of fatigue instead of 1, so you might not want to bother.
Yeah, then that's fine, to be honest. Because I have 7 threshold.
Alright. It's just that, skills start taking debuffs once the fatigue reaches high enough.
Oh, yeah, I know.
Okay. You arrive at the appropriate levels. Some of you feel like you've come home. It stinks like a fucking prison. Others want to choke whoever had the idea of going undercover.
It's not really like we had a choice.
Looks at my fellow noble.
We did actually have a choice.
One of you has an interrogator's rosette. That does get you into mansions, like kicks down door. Inquisition, open up, we need a place to stay.
Fair enough, I guess.
Meanwhile, we literally could have just fucking went to visit fam and brought the goons as bodyguards.
How do you know your family isn't part of it?
Again, very good point.
Okay, how would you like to go about securing an appropriate location? On this level, most of the buildings will have occupants, whether hobos high on drugs and or various levels of heresy. Mutants, less so, but you can run into gangs, legitimate citizens, like I said, hobos, religious fanatics, the usual, imperial citizenry of the working class.
Mother with the 10 kids, normal.
Could I roll a commerce roll to find us an appropriate place with the small amount of money we have?
It just pulls out the black card. I would like to secure lodgings. How's $500,000 thrones sound? Just buy the entire floor.
I mean, commerce would be usable for figuring out how much to spend.
Yeah, I'm assuming commerce would be more or less about how much you're paying and more about how little can you get away with that you can, convince them that that's normal.
Either way,
Because
this would be
not spending a super large amount is more inconspicuous after all.
the way you are talking about going about is just legitimately buying a lodging. You can do that. You can make an influence roll and requisition a average quality lodging and pay in cash. If you wish to do that, I'll add a -10 to the difficulty for not just getting a lodging for a relatively small group, but a larger party with equipment, etc. Because you need room for maintaining that shit as well.
Can we try and pay in the local currency rather than the actual thrones?
You wish to cover your tracks.
Mm-hmm.
That does sound like a commerce roll to me.
Alright.
Go, Demi!
Now I upped my charm and deceive more than I commerce. I'm a bad rogue trader. So I only got 2 ticks into it.
That's still better than me unless you have like 20 intelligence.
Intelligence or fellowship based, Chris?
Fellowship. This is more of a bargaining thing, finding someone who will take thrones, because that shit attracts attention.
Alright then. The only thing I got is the best data slate for calculating stuff. But sure, let's go for this. Commerce. Target modifier base.
This is gonna be... -10, because you speak and carry yourself, among other things, like a noble, and you are trying to exchange, I presume, a decent sum. And that's more to denote the difficulty of not getting mugged in the process.
Alright, so what I'm hearing is I'm spending a fate point for using Master of Ceremonies. It's got a fate point to automatic seal, linguistics, commerce, or any trade skill equal to my intelligence. 4 degrees of success.
Okay, so 2 goons step out of the shadows as you do that, and you just have a couple of snipers just turn on the laser pointers. Tell them to look down on their chests. They do. Slowly step back in the shadows. Take your money. You have the pay tokens of the local factory guild.
Oh, good.
Wait, so I don't get it. Did we mug a bunch of kids or something, or what?
No, we traded some factory workers actual money for their shitty pay token, and they tried mugging us.
Oh no, you traded with the local fucking gang of thugs that, you know, run a protection racket in this area.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
But you know, also showed
Well, they
in
have
the,
real money now, not just pay tokens, so...
Yeah, money exchanging that deals with thrones and or hard drugs goes through them. Essentially.
We have gotten 5 thugs if we had gone not through them.
Effectively, you have a way to exchange your thrones into the local currency without much problems. They know you're not to be fucked with unless they decide that, hey, he has a date slate that's worth this entire fucking block.
So don't go showing it off.
So yeah, we now have lodging. It is secured by high.
I'm still gonna need an influence roll for the lodging.
I guess since I'm doing it,
You
I'll
are
roll
what?
it.
What's your influence?
83.
Fair enough.
Any bonuses? Any modifiers? I do also have contact networks if that applies in any
I
way.
actually have better because master of paperwork.
I have master of paperwork too, Jack Lore.
Fair enough. Sorry, my bad.
Just walk up to a thug. Do you take the Inquisitorial Black card?
So what's the modifier, Chris?
It ends up being flat with the Master of Paperwork. Yeah, no. You walk in. He sees that you're a large group. Tells you that, hey, he doesn't want any trouble. This gang runs this place. You know, don't cause any trouble. You tell him that this place is not up to the administratum code. This, and it would be a shame to report him. It's a normal business transaction. You have essentially one end of a hallway with like 6 shitty apartments that can each host about 2 people and their equipment if they take turns, you know, sharing the bed or a squeeze. Like, technically, it's a family home, but it's the kind of family home where the husband and wife has to really squeeze to get on the bed, and the kid sleeps on the floor on rags.
So, the average for the middle class, I see.
Yeah, standard Imperial lodgings. So, yeah, you are able to squeeze in there with your equipment, unload it. The crates you're gonna have to leave somewhere else if you wish to be able to enter the rooms and not leave them in the hallway.
Right.
Fucking.
Well, something else we could do is pay off the neighbors to fuck off and find a new place.
We already did that.
Yeah, one of those rooms looks lived in. You know, next to the door there's little scratch marks, almost as if oh hey, the kid actually grew a few inches this year.
Not
His
for
growth's
long.
not been stunted by the lack of food.
Alright, so
what's the plan, guys?
you have a lodging, you have a location, you have a squad of goons who are reaching to shoot someone.
Alright. So, this is gonna be obviously out of character talk as well, but you guys got any plans?
Do I know with my inquiry roll who the noble was that slipped out the astropathic messages or whatever?
Yes,
I think you
it
mentioned
is a offshoot of a noble family known as York.
Okay, that might be our first bet because they might be troublemakers already.
Okay.
Yep.
They released the recordings or whatever of the astropathic messages about Lord Under being attacked by the Black Sun.
Yeah, do your iPad move on them.
Yeah. Check. Let's have, now that we have the time, I'm gonna check, through the database.
Okay. looking at House York specifically, I'm not gonna make you roll for this. They're an extremely old house at this point. One that this branch is the only surviving branch that still retains noble status, and their family's famous for their very public oath to one day return to the other side of the galaxy where they have been wronged, to take revenge against the forces that led to their downfall.
Are you guessing they have an estate on this world?
They do have an estate. They have an estate in the capital, and they have a couple of places in Gunmetal City, which is the second largest hive.
Yeah.
All right. After that, after specifically looking for York, so I'm looking for the people that would be having the largest places and closest connections to the planetary governor.
Okay.
Just by rank.
Give me a
Isn't the
Herald.
planetary governor the same as the sector governor?
Good question.
I think in this case it might be. But he probably has a dudes under him to handle the administration of local affairs.
All right. So what do you need for that?
Heraldry, let's say, at flat with intelligence.
Scribe times calculus logi, VAT grown serial intent, that's plus 30. Does the best quality data pad apply in any way, or just actually letting me allowed to do this in the first place?
It's allowing you to do this because you have the data and you're now analyzing it in greater detail.
Alright, plus 30. I'm gonna re-roll that, I think.
Boom.
We need a start.
Yeah.
Um,
I was gonna just ask, can I use Fike or can I use the criminal cartel peers that he has to maybe try and find out if they know who hired him?
the
They
locals.
haven't hired the criminal cartels, is the thing.
I mean, yes, but they're criminal cartels. They know assassinations because they got by them as well.
Not Imperial Temple assassins. They're different.
Imperial Temple Assassins, they're the kind of people that the sector governor hires when an inquisitor pisses him off. You can definitely use peer criminal cartels to go and talk to the gang outside and figure out what the fuck.
Yeah,
Then you can keep
I do
the,
want to try. I do want
bonus
to do that still because hey, any information's information, right?
Something I'd also recommend if you're able to get buddy or even add act for some down pay. You could hire them to act as a second eye in this place just in case.
Wait, I'm an idiot. Fucking Fikes and Adeptus Administratum. He has when he is counts the availability of all items as one
Too
level more
late,
available.
we're past that
I
roll, you
know.
fucked it up.
I know, I fucked up. My bad.
Okay, so good news and bad news. Good news, you know which families could do it. Problem is, it's like 24 clans, because the wealth of a lot of a sector passes directly or indirectly through this place. And there are a lot of families that are related to sector governor, or not sector governors, but planetary governors elsewhere. In your, usual Crusader Kings incestuous bullshit.
Yeah.
And the York family is definitely among them, towards the lower end. The bad news is that, you have a list, you don't necessarily know which one would have a reason to hate Arminius in particular.
Yeah.
Some of them had investments on Quadus. Well, pretty much all of them, to varying extents. If they know that if they blame Arminius for the Black Sun, pretty much any one of them could have come after him.
Sent an assassin, yeah. Because it's a lot of money involved.
It's not even money, it's influence with Imperial institutions.
Oh, fair enough, yeah, that's more important.
Like Temple Assassins, the Master of Assassins sits as a High Lord of Terra. The
Yeah.
guy that oversees,
Yeah,
all the
the
temples.
assassins, yeah.
Then I have a question to maybe help narrow it down then. Are any of the houses particularly aligned towards law, judging, and stuff like that?
There would be a couple that would definitely send, second and third sons into Arbeits training, that kind of thing. Buy a kid a captaincy in a area that has another family's interests. The usual.
Yeah, because to note out of character, my suspicion is, seeing that they weren't able to win against the case, whoever they had as judges and stuff like that, besides Inquisition, right? But actual officials and stuff, might have used a second tactic in case the first one didn't work.
Well, technically, Arminius hasn't been officially charged. And the nobles have first. You went through. He was questioned as a person of interest and told to report in, but you weren't charged with, misconduct. You managed to keep it from going that far. But one thing that you have seemingly forgotten, which could be an important clue, that walkway. Usually walkways between towers see steady traffic. It was awfully lonely there when you were fighting the assassin.
Prepped, yeah.
So someone probably ordered that walkway closed.
Would have had to do it pretty precisely, right when Arminius was going over it.
Any of the houses have any spire places near that place?
All of them. You were in the upper spires. The nobles tend to try and live close to the center of power, at least with official residences. So unless it's like a summer home, all of them.
That's the thing. I get it now. Guys, it's not one noble. It's not even 2 or 3 noble houses. It's all the noble houses.
Most of them, at least.
Can we attempt a bureaucracy roll to try and figure out if someone actually ordered that closed?
How? You would need to get access to Administratum records first. This deep down, there definitely aren't any convenient date cables that you can just jack into. You would need to get higher up, like a couple hundred levels, and get an access to one of the main places of records, infiltrate it somehow, and extract the data.
It's simple, guys. The nobles we have here, right? We change our first name, forge some papers, so we can get instantly promoted into higher places into Adeptus Administratum. We're qualified nobles.
You can attempt bribery using influence. But being part of the Adeptus Administratum, they do fuck with people's heads. So you're likely to at some point run into someone who's either brain fucked or implanted or indoctrinated in some way to make them resistant to that kind of thing. They don't usually give a fuck if a few people get lost in the system, but the system itself tends to be holy to the bureaucrat.
We can always just go in.
Yes,
Oh, just what?
What?
You cut off.
We could just go in guns blazing.
Into the Administratum Records Office for the Sector Capital Hive.
Exactly. Blame it on the Harlots.
They serve their purpose. Time for them to die. Oh wait, that undermines your whole defense strategy.
I know.
Can we sneak
Okay.
in there?
You could try. Like I said, infiltrating you are gaining access to it. You can certainly attempt to come up with a plan and do it.
I mean, I'm definitely for that option. The most infiltration shit like that, because shit like this is supposed to be covert, and I'm not the best at talking. I'll leave the talking to y'all. I'll get the fucking evidence.
I mean, you could literally send your one tech priest and 3 of the assassins to do this job. You don't have to do it yourselves.
Fair.
What we do is we send one guy that's going through it normally, and then a second guy that goes and makes sure all the problems that would arise normally get dealt with.
Yeah.
So, like, you know, people going, "Hey, what's this guy doing here?" People going,
Chop.
"Who that?" Effectively.
I think you underestimate how many clerks they are. I think the administrator main offices, they cover like 20 levels and employ upwards of 100,000 people at least. Just clickety
Yeah, that sounds
clackety.
about average.
Yeah. But hey, you know what every single building needs to have? Ventilation.
No, that's not how it works. You can't just walk through ventilation.
I mean, this is a fucking hive city. There's gonna be giant ventilation shafts.
You assume they care.
I just
They
want to
care
note,
about themselves. That's the thing.
there's one thing I just want to note, just in case you guys make plans and things. Considering we're now basically grounded here for a while as well, we have a most presumably longer deadline.
Sooner is better because Arminius doesn't want to
Exactly.
get fucked. If
Of
all the
course.
nobility really is like, Lord Inquisitor Caden, we of course
They'll make a
fully
second
support
attempt.
the Inquisition, and we understand that you will bring this rogue to justice and punish him for his crimes. You don't want them doing that for too long, or your bosses might listen.
Yeah.
In that case, yeah, we basically have to fucking split. Some people have to go looking for the under, and some people have to go looking at the top.
I could go looking for the under with fucking what's his face, Loot and Henri, and while I can send my third guy to up top because he's better with administration.
I'm good at buttering people up.
There's also the assassin itself. It yoked out of a window. Examining its body, or interrogating if it still lives, could yield vital clues.
We have to get the
If
assassin.
we have to find it first, yeah.
Oh,
And
we
getting-
can have. How's your awareness?
My awareness is now with the I have 3 ticks, 52 perception, and an auspex. So that would be 20 from the auspex, fucking 20 from that, so that's 92.
Yeah, we could send Marius and that guy over to find the assassin.
Yeah, loot.
He has the inquiry, scrutiny, and awareness to help, and the melty gun in case things get hairy.
Okay.
Hi.
So,
question is-
what are the jobs you wish to undertake?
Actually, finding the assassin, that's a good idea. I'm gonna
Yeah.
send loot for that.
Sending Marius as well to help with the assassin job.
Loot and Marius are on finding the assassin. Plus some other goons, probably. Okay, what else?
Then we have exploring the underground, exploring above, essentially, the administration type shit.
Okay, so you want to see if the criminal underground knows anything useful.
Yeah, but I can send Feig for that because of the peer criminal fucking cartels.
Question the criminal underground.
I'll have Feather's Shale help with that. He has inquiry and
Okay.
scrutiny.
More slowly, who's going
I
on?
guess Bentis should also go with that.
Well, Fike doesn't actually have inquiry, which might be bad. He does have scrutiny though.
Feather's Shale to the criminal cartels.
Yeah, fair. Gives
Okay,
access
and
to
who
criminal
was
cartels.
the third?
Bentis.
So that's a B team job. Gee, I hope they don't fuck it up.
Gee.
And the third, if you have a third project in mind.
I mean, would be going just by the books, going to the administratum.
I have one that I kind of personally do. That's not administratum person
Go for
based.
it. Go for it. Go for it.
Because I do remember long ago getting some clothing from Scintilla and things. I was going to see if I could see about making myself as a quickly as a tourist noble that's been visiting from Malphite, and still have some old things, and I'm back again, and I want to socialite myself quickly, essentially, up into higher spires.
Oh, you want to go piss off the fourth son of the governor again?
Not him specifically, but
He
I'm trying to
recognize you.
Yeah, it takes a little bit of a while, and it could just bunch of people.
Okay, so
You could have
social
fucking got a. Yeah, you could have gotten a fucking disguise kit.
Yeah.
I have
Actually,
actually,
Loot also has a disguise kit that he can borrow.
So
Gimme.
Jason is gonna go to try and infiltrate the noble scene. And the fourth thing is Administratum Records. So who is going on Administratum Records?
I guess Marius Zircon.
do you need physical backup? I don't think so.
No, not really. But we also should keep some guys back here or back in where we're staying, just to keep an eye on the place.
Yeah, I was thinking this wouldn't be necessarily a help for me in case of like doing anything, but I would like to see about maybe bringing Mayana, Pharaoh Worlder, blah blah. That looks like definitely like somebody slaved or bodyguard essentially.
Okay.
Give
So
me
the
some
Psyker
muscle.
is a gonna be an aid to Jason.
I'm gonna leave Henri to watch in case someone tries to stake out our lodgings, or maybe even the fucking assassin comes here. I don't fucking know.
So Andre is staying behind.
And that's gonna be the same for Zoran because he doesn't really have a job yet now. So keep.
If you're gonna
backup.
hack into the Administratum Records, you might need a tech priest.
He's not the. He's more of an assassin type, but he's got a 38 with tech use.
Do we have any other tech priests?
Nope.
No.
Feather's Shale, but he'd have to go away from the other thing.
Yeah, fair.
And he has a massive 42 in tech use.
So not that big of a difference.
My bad.
Well,
40.
he doesn't have utility at end, right?
Yeah, I was gonna about say 48 on mine as well.
This
Well, there you
would
go.
take security more than tech use. Because you
I
need to
have
back it.
security.
Yeah, I have security as well.
So, where does Zoran go? Guards, he stays at the base, or does he go to help Zircon?
I think I'm gonna go and help because in case there's places that we need to quickly do something, he's decent at stealth as well, especially now with the chameleon line cloak. Just in case it might occur.
Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm missing assignments for 2 people.
Octavius can stay behind.
And Ariel can stay behind as well.
Okay,
Actually, can I send 2 of my people on the same mission?
sure. No reason why you can't.
I'll send Dariel with the against the assassin mission.
Okay. So we'll go through these mission by mission. Let's start with finding the assassin. How heavy... Let's do this. How does Shadowrun do it? Do you take light, medium, or heavy load? Do you take all your shit, or do you try to cover up a little, or do you just go with, workers' clothes and a last pistol?
I could just go with workers' clothes because I'm wearing a fucking... I mean, I could go the way I usually do because no one really tends to notice me. Just with this rifle under my cloak and all that shit.
Son, in the hive, people will notice you. There's a lot of people. Sooner or later, you have to bump into someone.
Fair enough. With this, where are we looking for the assassin? Like higher levels, lower levels?
Near the top. You got...
okay, fair enough then.
Arminia's got jumped in a walkway between two hive spires, going to meet a noble and discuss matters of import.
I kind of want to bring a Meltagun and a best chance sword. I have escapable attack on ballistic.
I mean, if we're gonna do it like that, then it's better if you don't bring the Meltagun. It's better if I bring the sniper rifle, simply because I also have an escapable attack. And I also have cold shot and all those types of shit.
So just a chance sword, got it.
Yeah, because like a Meltagun's much bigger than a sniper. It's a bit more difficult to hide.
Okay. Do you take the heavy armor?
No. I don't take the... I've never worn the heavy armor.
I now have best quality chance sword. I might as well take the Tempest Carapace.
It's obviously inquisitorial.
Can we file away the markings?
I believe that's heresy.
Do we care?
So you want to look like you have stolen an inquisitorial carapace?
Fair enough, let's not. Let's just go with... can I have Imperial Guard flak armor?
If someone else isn't wearing theirs, yes. But,
yes, I can give you Henri's.
Oh yeah, there's plenty going around.
Yeah, I can give you Henri's because he had it.
Okay.
So yeah, Imperial Guard flak armor.
Then remove it from Henri.
I did. I basically replaced it with the Inquisitorial carapace.
Alright.
He's wearing it.
So, you work
And
your
actually, also if you want, Henri can give you his last pistol, so you just have some range.
Sure.
Okay. So, what I hear is you're going medium load.
Yeah.
Alright. You make your way up to the near the top of the hive again. Probably on the next day. It's a long and arduous climb, but hey, what you gonna do?
Oh yeah, by the way, dude, what about the fatigue? Because it's the next day.
It resets, but you get to roll again.
I assume, but I'm just saying. Does it reset? And do we roll twice again?
Yes, because it's a nice long way up.
Yep.
Well, actually,
So
once is enough because you don't have to maneuver the crates.
Yeah. 1 point of fatigue.
Oof.
Close, but
Still
you're
1
still
point.
okay.
Still just 1 point.
So, looking at the walkway from a distance, it looks like traffic is not going in there. It's moving to other walkways or heading to elevators once they see that something is off about that one. You can give me a scrutiny check to check it out from distance, see how much detail you can make out.
Auspex apply?
Yeah, sure.
Have a good quality aspects.
Actually,
I have a regular
Auspex
one.
is usually for awareness, but you can detach your sniper scope and I'll give you a plus 20 for that.
Oh yeah, because I have an omniscope.
Okay. Jacklor, you can be rolling.
Does a good quality aspects help?
Not really. There's too many bodies in the way.
If you had like binoculars, I guess,
Yeah,
would be better.
anything with proper optics, the Auspex is more of a short range thing.
Fair.
Okay. So, yeah, you can definitely tell that both of you that there's some kind of barrier erected across the walkway, And there's signs that probably weren't there before, telling people to move aside. And
No entero hero.
yeah, essentially. And Loot, with his practice just standing in the shadows, can make out two people in Arbeit's uniform, just glaring at people who come too close.
It seems to have 2 guards posted in front. We can look for a way around, or try and go through them, your choice.
There's probably guards on the other side as well, and you would have to climb down a
definitely,
couple levels, find
yeah,
another way to cross, climb back up, you know.
I could probably grab them. That would be a charm test, right?
You can walk up to them. Do you wish to engage in conversation?
Or distraction, maybe. Like, you distract them while I go inside, then I'll make a distraction inside, and then you go.
I don't think that's how it works.
Might be. We don't fucking know. That's the thing. It's his choice.
Honestly, I think I'd rather just go try and talk to them.
Alright.
Okay. I'll still stay back a bit, just so they don't know there's 2 of us exactly.
Okay. Marius, so you are wearing a chainsword and a Imperial Guard flak armor, I believe.
Yes, and a last pistol.
Okay. So, let's see. Did Andre have command?
Did Henri have command? Yes, 1 tick.
Okay. So, you walk up. Yeah, you see the Arbites. One of them just spits on the ground, chewing some kind of a leaf or tobacco. Just shakes his head. Sorry, Sergeant. Can't come in here. Crime scene.
Oh. Okay. I would like to. I'm not as charismatic as these people. Oh my god, I don't know what to say. Officer, I have been put on the job by the administrator.
Paperwork.
Can I bullshit my way around that one?
Deceive, yes.
You can try. Roleplay it out. I'll tell you when you need to roll.
I don't know how to do this.
He was never prepared for the cop to want paperwork to cover their ass.
How do English?
How do you English? Yes. Oh, it's a long way to the station where I got the paperwork, and I kind of just left it there because they said I wouldn't need it.
Good lord.
He pulls out a packet, pulls out some leaves, pops them into his mouth, starts chewing. Yeah, you're about the 4th today. Listen, I know you're bored while on leave, but you shouldn't have spent all your money the moment you arrived. So, like...
Pulls out black card. Bitch, what do you mean?
Let's keep going.
So, like, seriously, fuck off. Like, you're literally the 4th guardsman to pretend to have been put on the job. And I can't remember the last time we had guardsmen assisting us with Inquisition. The other guy speaks up, you know, that thing 20 years back. We just, with a foul look on his face, like, we don't talk about that. It was an Inquisition thing, you dumb cunt.
I mean, we are Inquisition. Haha.
Listen, there's nothing in there. There's just some fucking blood and a broken walkway.
What's that over there?
Look, I may not have any money personally, but I did get access to some funds to smoothen the operations if it became required.
The dude who's chewing on his tobacco or something slightly more narcotic just sighs, spits out the half-chewed wad, reaches by his side and pulls the shock baton off his belt. Bzzzt. Listen, buddy, this is getting real annoying real fast. How about you move along? Come on, off you go.
Fuck it. Sure, I'll leave.
Yeah, they kind of watch him go, and when he's, out of their line of sight after a few more seconds of glaring, just sort of holsters the baton again, picks up a few more leaves, keeps chewing. Looks pissed now. How do you proceed?
I have no fucking clue.
You have any low sticks?
No, I'm administrator, not Imperial Guard.
Shit.
So, let me get this straight. You're gonna run into a problem because you don't know how to buy cigarettes.
So let me get this straight. You're going to get arrested for trying to bribe with cigarettes when he clearly is someone who uses chewing tobacco.
No, that's not what I was thinking at all. You see, in Lute's experiences with the Imperial Guard and stuff like that, he has managed to win them over with essentially his own mentality, shit like that. I don't plan to ask them, to let me pass, shit like that. I just plan to, chat with them normally. I don't want to seem like I have anything, I want to pass at all.
You can,
Yeah, I want to also go and buy some low sticks, though.
Yeah, you can just take an hour to go and find a place where you can get cigarettes. You're in the upper spires, so
convenience store.
It's
easy to find.
It's easy enough to find. It's more one that is not overpriced to high heaven and sells glow sticks instead of cigars, but
Yeah, what you gonna do?
But can you a requisition with +10?
No, fair. Or just influence, rather.
Yeah, influence.
Eat.
Okay, you buy a box of them. You have you have 400.
Okay. I'm just gonna walk up with the box to them.
Yeah, it looks like it's a different set. One of them, you actually notice a glint of greed in his eye, but the other one, you see him visibly stiffen. He's young, has that eager look on his face.
Yeah.
Not good news.
About life. Yeah, he's still optimistic about life.
A fresh arrival on Scintilla.
Exactly. I was like, I remember my days when I would have to stand guard meaninglessly for hours. I just got off leave, saw y'all while I was walking.
Sorry, citizen, you're gonna have to move back. This is a crime scene.
No. I know this is a crime scene. I just came. Seemed like y'all guys needed these, at least something to do. You can spread them around if there's guys behind there as well.
Sorry, sir, can't accept that. The guy outside just opened his mouth.
Come on. I know you've been here for a while. You have no idea what's going on. I know how it fucking goes, man.
Just came on shift, sir. Bright-eyed and bushy-tailed. Just had my morning recap.
You definitely look like you still have an optimism to do your job.
Sorry, sir, I'm gonna need you to ask you to keep your distance.
I'm just going to put this on the floor.
Sir, that is a Class C violation. You are littering.
As far as I know, this is called donating, not littering, where I come from. And
He pulls out and turns on the baton. Sir, I'm gonna ask you to get on your knees and put your hands behind your head.
Congratulations. You have been arrested for trying to bribe an officer of the law. How do
it's
you
not
feel?
a bribe, though.
You are in the noble sections and you look like an average guardsman and you're littering up their upper spire.
Do you really care about these nobles that much? You
Just
they
doing my
really
job,
don't.
sir. Get on the ground now. The other
You know
guy
they
just
really-
puts a hand on his shoulder. Listen, Jim. Calm down. Calm down. It's just let the guy just stop. He just turns on him. It's a Class C violation.
He's clearly new to the Arbeit.
He definitely is clear to you. He's still doing everything by the book, which is not
He
the
just
thing you do.
leans in. The new guy just screams, "Get on the ground! Last warning!" He just leans in, starts furiously whispering in Jim's ear.
All right, I'll leave. I guess you don't want these low sticks at all. Well, your friend over there seems to like one, so seems to want some, so he can take some. You don't have to. I'll leave.
So you get up to leave. He starts to raise the shock baton to just lay into you. The other guy just grabs him, slams him against the wall. Like, what are you doing, you crazy shit?
You really need to tell these youngsters to calm down.
He just wheels on you, just like, "You fucking moron, get that fuck out of here!" The young guy tries to get past you, he turns back to him. They are totally distracted now. If either of you would like to attempt a stealth roll to sneak past them while they are
I'm right in
taking-
front of them. I can't. How can I do that?
Well, you go away and then circle back around. They're gonna be distracted for a good 5-10 minutes now.
True.
Yeah,
Hey,
they're gonna
I'm
be
with you.
fighting.
There you go. See, I'm gonna do that. Easy peasy. So stealth roll.
Yes, with plus 20. Jackalor can attempt one as well.
Yeet.
I won't.
Okay. You slip past them. Behind you hear something about regulations, and we do not lay into guardsmen without a reason. They all have shell shock, you dumb fuck! He's gonna try and kill us!
I'm just gonna whisper to myself. Should have just taken the cigarettes.
Yeah, they just keep
can
yelling something
Jackal-
about reporting each other to the captain, and how Jim is gonna be on even shittier shifts from now on, and no, the old guy is clearly gonna be reprimanded for breaking regulation.
He goes to the captain's like, "Why the fuck didn't you take the cigarettes?"
I've been running low!
Exactly. We could have given a pack to everyone on this job. Can Jackal's character see me? And also, what's the character's name? So I don't have to say Jackal's character.
Marius, I have
Marius.
microbeat in case it matters.
Oh, okay.
If
I'm
you
just
both have
gonna-
microbeats, he can tell you when it looks like they're calming down.
Okay. I'm just gonna say I managed to get past. Like, do you want me to find a way to get you in here?
No, it should be enough for you to search the place.
Okay, gotcha. I'll microbeat as soon as I can.
Okay.
As soon as I find something.
Give me a quick scrutiny roll then, to examine the area.
Does anything apply?
I'll give you a plus 10 for Auspex.
Oh, I'm gonna re-roll that.
And actually, you can take another plus 10 for optics, because those would help here.
Oh, okay, so not gonna re-roll that. Oh, there we go.
Okay. Yeah, this definitely looks like the place. The armored glass of the walkway really shouldn't have shattered like that. The fucker must have gotten real lucky. And
Wow.
looking down, you can see where the spire sort of flares out, and where you could sort of hit the side of it and slide down it and have a chance to slow down.
Then I'm gonna examine the space underneath that where, like, you'd land?
You can, with that roll, make a guesstimate of where he would have ended up. It's like 50 levels down where you think he probably would have been able to stop or slow down enough to actually get inside, especially if, as the reports are true, with one fucked arm.
Yeah, fair enough.
So you have an idea where to pick up the trail.
Okay.
And yeah, we're gonna move on to the next mission on the list. Questioning the criminal underground. Raise your hands if one of your guys is on the job.
I.
So everyone except Demi, who is looking deeply bored. Congratulations, Demi.
Don't worry about it. I got manga about an elf.
Sweet.
Oh, so every manga ever?
No, clearly it's the workout one where she's super
Okay, so
Yeah.
you head out the door and back to the quote-unquote money exchange. Or if there's a different way in which you would like to make contacts with them. What do you ask? Well, what's an appropriate name for a low-level boss? Nothing comes to mind. You can call him whatever. Come up with something appropriate. Which of you is doing the talking?
Probably Ferris Shale. He has 40 fellowship.
My job was to get them there because peer criminal cartel, so I know
Fike,
people.
sort of chimes in and just smooths over any crap. So the peer, essentially, you give him the benefit of it for the +10.
So let's
Jackalor,
call it...
round 2.
Yep.
What do you ask the criminals?
I'd like to inquire about any big news or rumors going around the underground.
Yeah? What's it to you?
Can I have bottle of sticks?
Sorry, what?
Can I have bottle of sticks?
Sure, you can roll for having glow sticks. You can roll with +20.
I failed those sticks.
Yeah,
I mean, if we're going to bribe him, we might as well bribe him with my obscure.
So,
I mean, I guess I can have it.
for reference, for loot, you have like 400 sticks. You have like 20, packets, not 400 packets.
Yeah, no, I know. It's 400 cigarettes.
Yeah, I'll show him some Obscura. If this interests you.
Okay. Make me a charm or commerce test at -10.
Does my peer apply here?
Make it flat.
Can I make the deceive?
No, not in this case.
Go with the charm.
I don't have charm.
No.
Do you want me to do it then?
No, he's the one who was talking about and offering drugs.
So flat.
Actually,
Yay.
let's we can do it this way. Fike can help with this. If you have athletics or acrobatics or sleight of hand, you can try and stop him before he shows drugs to a gang who think they are on their own territory. Drugs that he didn't buy from them.
True. He doesn't have athletics, acrobatics, or sleight of
I
hand.
do have common lore underworld, in case I would have known that would have been a bad idea.
Jacklor, I think everyone could guess that is a bad idea.
I didn't clearly, as you can see.
Hey, Jacko is a law-abiding citizen. Come on.
Criminals like drugs.
True.
You know that for a fact. Judging by the look in his eye, he's on something right now. Possibly friends on.
Hmm.
Call it bullshit.
So I can't help him in this case because I don't have either of the three.
You know what? Make it an agility roll flat.
Me.
Yeah. I won't, yeah,
Well,
I won't screw you on a simple fail. You just realize a bit too late that he's gonna pull out something and get creative.
I mean, as soon as you go for the pocket in front of criminals, no.
So, Jacklor, why don't you give me that charm test? If you have one.
I don't have charms. It's -20.
Congratulations.
I'd
Okay.
like to do-
Wait, you get a +10 from me.
Yeah, that's flat.
Oh yeah, right. My bad.
I also have charm, so
Somehow worse.
And I was gonna go.
why'd you roll with the same target?
I re-rolled it with a fate point.
But he also has charm. He could have helped you. Or can he not help unless you don't have charm?
He would have had to speak up during that
True,
offering,
yeah.
so. So who has intimidate in this little group?
I'm a fucking nerd. Don't look at me. I got logic, Medicaid, scrutiny, and awareness. And a shit ton of lores.
Okay.
But I do have resistance fear, Lamau. Don't get scared that often.
Okay, so we will do it like this. Yeah, we're gonna do it like this. He attempts to grab you, and you just take a step back. You see the almost gimlet-like eyes just filled with rage. You little shit! What, you moving in on our turf? That it? Oh, hell no.
You want me to draw my autogun and open fire?
Why the fuck would you say that?
You know, it's like the rest of the team just ah!
Oh my fuck. I'm just immediately. I'm just.
situation.
I would like to
Just
punch
immediate-
him.
I'm going to complete. I'm just straight up Vikes is immediately gonna
I'm
say.
going to
I'm
punch
not with that.
Jackalor's
I'm not
character
with
in
that.
the face.
So your own team just jumps that character and pulls him to the ground. So, you know, the dog just seeing that your team has you contained just looks you in the eye like, you dumb cunt, and just takes a wind-up kick and slams his boot into your midsection.
Yeah.
So,
Vikes just get up and he said, "Yeah, he deserved that. I support that."
please take 2 points of wounds for internal damage.
I have toughness too.
This is what gets beyond toughness, because effectively if the first one doesn't work, he's just gonna keep kicking you till he sees an appropriate reaction. Okay, so you fuckboys clearly have no fucking clue how this works. You don't do shit on our turf. You get that? You don't do shit on our turf. Or they'll never find the pieces of what's left of you. You got me?
I think we get you, sir.
I got you.
Okay. Now, I'm a businessman. I understand. Mistakes happen. We'll just add a pain in the ass asshole fee to whatever service you are about to buy.
Yep.
So, how can Bob help you today? He just, straightens his shitty, dirty coat and like pulls at his shirt.
We're looking to buy some information.
Alright. What do you need to know?
On who might have looked into maybe acquiring an assassin, or who maybe holds a deep enough grudge to hire an assassin.
Okay.
A null assassin.
A
What did you
what
say?
now?
I'm just gonna
You said
look.
you're better at this.
Who the fuck are you? The fuck you talking about?
Alright. Well, if you don't know anything, I feel that's a shame. I do think this deal could have been quite good for you.
No, I'm curious now. What
Oh,
the
okay.
fuck do you mean? You mean like a hit? Cause someone wants to back a rival shopkeeper every other week. That's not news. I'm gonna need to know more than that.
We were more interested in let's just say, incident that happened, or fairly large incident that happened, which I'm sure you know about, on some of the upper floors.
Okay, yeah, I'm listening.
One of our, let's call it, clients, got pretty beat up in that kerfuffle, so we just want to say hi to whoever wanted to step in on our business, you know?
Roll a luck die for me. Okay. Alright. Looks around. Looks at the other guys, they just sort of shrug. Okay, this is gonna cost you 500 work tokens.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, I understand. Do we have the money on us? This out of character? Or what?
You would need to make a requisition roll. 500, or someone would need to make it on your behalf. 500 work tokens, that's a significant amount. That's enough to rent all those rooms for 2 weeks.
Yeah, I understand, that's the thing, but it's not like we have small funds currently. So who's going to be making the requisition roll?
I would say that this would be an average requisition.
I'm not making it a fight. I have fucking 18 influence, so...
20 on Thaddeus.
It can be
how
one of the
much?
characters who isn't there. I presume that you had the forethought to equip the guys talking to the thugs with some funds.
Fair enough. Plus, Faik would know that if we were looking to get information, that's not going to be free. Especially from criminal cartels, so... But because I rolled requisitions with loot last, any one of y'all can do it with whichever character.
Wow, don't all volunteer at once.
Exactly, like what the fuck? You can use
I guess
your main
Ventus
character.
can do it.
No, but he said you can use someone that's not necessarily here, so you can use one of your main boys.
It's literally a +0 roll.
Yes.
I guess I'll make him Marius if Demi doesn't want to step up.
Demi doesn't want to open his vault again. He paid for the apartments.
True. There you go.
Okay. So, with a crit success, I'll give you something extra. He leans in real close. Okay, so, Kenny the Knife. You know the supervisor of the shift up above? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. The incident, right? Well, let's just say that I can confirm that the assembly line was shut down, not because of a maintenance failure. The supervisor met an unfortunate end, and the body disposal was rather gruesome, if you know what I mean. The boss is kind of pissed at Kenny, so he won't really mind too much as long as I cut him in, that I ratted him out. But you know, you can usually find Kenny at such and such bar. He's probably drinking the proceeds right now. And hey, for what it's worth, that supervisor was a fucking asshole. He deserved it. You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
know
pity
what you
about the
mean.
people that got wounded when the assembly line seized up, but what you gonna do?
Yeah. Hazards on the job, you know. Thank you. Appreciate doing business with you.
Yeah, just that guy, I'd recommend stapling his mouth shut.
Yeah, he's gonna get disciplined when we come back. You bet your ass on that. Thank you, fine gentlemen, and if we need more of your services, we will do business in the future. It was a pleasure.
Okay, so what you have acquired is a way to find a low-level assassin who has nothing to do with this, but he knows higher up people, and you can start climbing the ladder.
Exactly, that's the thing. Hey, you gotta go bit by bit. You can't just go, oh yeah, tell me this, because they can't know who we are.
Someone randomly like,
Then what
no,
we asked
assassin!
temple assassins for?
My
We
guy,
never said
we
a
know.
temple assassin.
Yes, we
You
never
did say temple assassin.
No, I said assassin.
Yeah.
You said temple assassin.
I said assassin.
Yeah,
100%.
it was, I think, Adolphus that mentioned the null assassin.
He did.
But he clearly didn't know the word null
Yeah.
at all.
Of course he didn't!
course
He's
he
never
didn't.
seen
That's
sunlight
why-
in his life! How
why-
would he?
That's why I didn't straight up ask. Oh yeah, you know about the fucking assassination attempt on the Inquisitor up there? Like, of course I'm not gonna ask that. We gotta go bit by bit. If we can get him to, lead us to someone who has connections high up and is also of dubious moral qualities, we can get them to talk easy on maybe information that they know that can help us. That's how you gain information. It's not a video game. You don't just like get it.
I would like to use the Paragon option.
Yes, exactly.
Jackler walks up, just a renegade option. Beep. So, good sirs, do you too enjoy bribery?
Oh, how do you do, fellow sirs? Can I interest you in some money?
Oh, look, it seems that my wallet fell out and I have lost it.
Exactly, but now we go for Kenny the Knife. Be like, yo, Kenny, like, look, we know what you did. Come on, we can like help you out if we can scratch your back, if you scratch ours, like, just tell us. You know anyone you do business with nobles? Do you know any noble that was like looking to, you know, and stuff like that when we talk to him?
I see you are deeply optimistic, thinking that Kenny the Knife has ever even seen a noble.
I mean, no. I'm not thinking that he's seen nobles. No. Fuck no. He's a fucking low rank assassin. Doesn't even fucking matter. But it's all about connections and networking.
Okay, speaking of networking, Demi, Jason just has Yana carry the suit carefully packaged, about 200 levels up from the shithole you're staying in. Just walk into a bathroom, have her guard the door, carefully change, proceed to the upper levels.
Will note Yana on her like starting gear and stuff had an Imperial flak armor, so I'd be using that rather than Militarum Tempestus. Just so yeah.
Because those are covered inquisitorial symbols, yes.
Yeah. And knowing what nobles do be doing, there has to be some kind of social gathering somewhere that's a little bit more important. And I'll see about hitting one of those up. And, you know, oh yeah, also to note as well, I'm not sure which one of the two of you, but I think you said you'd borrow a disguise kit, yeah?
I don't think they
I don't
did.
think anyone but
They
did.
haven't used it yet, at least.
Yeah, I think Boo offered to let you use his.
Yeah, which is why I was asking, essentially, since
Yeah.
I like
Use
using
what exactly? Sorry, can you?
disguise kit.
Disguise kit. Oh yeah. you can use mine definitely from a loot.
I'm not sure what I can do fully with that, but one of the main things is change hair color if I can, dye my fucking hair.
Yeah,
And
we'll make it a well, you are known, you have made yourself known in these circles before every time you've been to Scintilla. So a deceive roll flat to get into a party and pass as someone else. That's already accounting for the disguise kit plus 20. So the base is minus 20.
all right, fair enough.
Okay. Yeah,
Agrees.
no, you've just arrived from Malphite. It's a pity about the news. Your family is considering a move to the Scarus subsector, or the Scarus sector. The Eye of Terror is nearby, but at least it's better than this, surely.
Yeah, it seems, I'm lucky. I've been traveling for some, a few weeks so far, and hey, sometimes luck's on your side.
Mm-hmm. So yeah, you are able to enter the party and mingle. It's 5 degrees of success, eh?
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's a complete success. Yes, you managed to get in on the non-VIP parts of a D gathering to be at the moment. There's even rumors that a family member of the planetary government might make an appearance to speak to his
I think you rolled that
constituents.
deceive wrong because disguise kit gives you plus 10.
No, he flattened it.
Oh, it's only
Okay.
plus 10? I thought it was plus 20
gives
for
you plus
pretending to
20.
be
No,
someone
it's plus
else.
10. It's plus 10 from what I know, right?
Pretty sure it's
Uh,
plus 20.
Disguise
it's
kit,
plus
make
10.
you look like someone else, plus 10 to deceive tests.
Fucker. Should I reroll that then?
No, we're gonna say that this is a special case.
Fair enough.
So, how would you like to approach the party? Yana, I'm assuming, is looking deeply uncomfortable and, because,
Oh, yeah, she's
staring contests with other bodyguards.
she's just there. She's well armed. Has things, so she's definitely well equipped for a noble's bodyguard, essentially doing her job. She's just doing that. She's not really a social character. The only thing she has is interrogation for anything, and Niscience technically, but maybe awareness to maybe pick something up, but that's about it.
Excellent. Make a toughness roll for Jason for climbing all those stairs.
Right? Flat, or is it plus 10?
I think climbing up we'll call it flat, and going down it's plus 10.
Actually did it.
Okay, excellent.
Should I do it for Yana as well, or?
Not yet. Give me a luck roll, Demi.
Another 80 fucking luck roll.
Okay. And now you may roll Niscience for Yana.
Alright, so that's a 30% chance. I like ye. I'm going to reroll this. Do I use Jason's or hers fate point?
Of course. Okay. Alright. We'll get to what she picks up. It's good to know that she will be aware of a certain thing when it happens.
Right.
How does Jason go about exploiting this party now that he's in and sipping on appropriate booze to his station?
Oh, it's pretty simple. Essentially, start talking about about my family, about all that. Open up, essentially, myself in a noble kind of way, so that the others can open up in their own right. If I reveal a little bit of, oh yeah, we were thinking of coming here. I've been looking around the sites. I do very much like this place of the Spire for my family. I do think I'd recommend it heavily to them.
Okay.
Reveal fake family secrets, essentially.
Go ahead and make me a charm test with -10, because everyone's secretly already sharpening the knives.
Alright. Sure. Yeah, I'm gonna go for it. 3
Okay.
degrees.
Yeah, it's interesting because well, two of the families of the prominent ones were disinvited from this party at the last second. Ones that held prominent holdings on the land under. Heavily invested in the chemical market that had been booming for the past couple of years.
Yeah, I'm gonna ask questions about it. It's like, why not? But not in the sense like Inquisitor was like, oh, are they not in the cool kids club anymore?
What fucking losers! Yeah, no, that's the conversation you're having. That's literally what's happening.
Yep.
At some point, when there's lull in the conversation, Yana is gonna lean in and try and discreetly whisper to you. I assume she doesn't have stealth, and thus is pretty obvious.
Yeah, she's not stealthy at all.
She's gonna tell you that there's a psyker trying to use powers nearby.
Yeah, after hearing that, and hopefully just a little bit of difference, as we, like, just sort of nod, shoo her away, continue the conversation for maybe 2-3 minutes, and then excuse myself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. Love you too.
Demi, give me another luck roll.
55. Hey, it's not in the 80s.
Okay, you excuse yourself. Where do you head to after extricating yourself from the conversation?
I'm trying to go for a little bit of a private place just to have a conversation with Giannis. Like, okay, what did you pick up, essentially?
I'm still picking it up. It's almost like it's getting closer or stronger.
How strong is it? Compare it to the Inquisitor, if you know.
I mean, it's not stronger. It could be another Imperial Psyker, but it's... I don't know. Seems, you know.
Alright. Don't make any fuss. If he detects, keep your presence down, and if you see him and things, minimum eye contact. Just see what he looks like. Remember it vividly, and you'll tell me later.
Okay. What do you do next?
Go back nonchalantly and let Yana do her observation. I'm trying to not be suspicious, essentially.
Okay, she is gonna be suspicious.
Yeah, no shit.
Does she have an Auspex?
I don't think she does, because fucking 1k XP characters. No. Nope. She does have 1 tick of awareness, though.
Give me an awareness roll with +10.
I'm gonna spend a fate point for +10.
Alright.
So +20.
Indeed.
Yes.
Okay. 3 degrees. Yes, it's a figure moving along the balcony that she detects, wearing robes like a high-class servant in the house colors of the host of the party.
Alright. As I told her, minimum eye contact, but try to memorize as much as you can of him.
Mm-hmm. She will try and point him out if there's an opportunity to do so without being noticed. Justin can make an awareness roll with actually a scrutiny with +0.
I think that's okay. I do have scrutiny, but not good at perception, and I'm not spending that thing. Okay.
You recognize the way that person moves. You remember being tied into a chair and seeing him approach you.
Is that the Inquisitor?
It's the Inquisitor's Psyker.
Oh,
Spooky.
spooky.
I'm in a disguise, guys. That's what I'm
Your
gonna
soul
say.
looks exactly the same, Demi. I'm sorry.
But he's just only recently arrived, essentially.
Based on when Yana warned you, he's been here for almost an hour now. But this is the first time you've seen him. He's been within line of sight of you for maybe 5 minutes now.
Has anybody been talking to him, or does he look a bit like he's a loner and stuff like that?
I mean, there's a second guy with him, and with the crit, it looks like, you know that it's at the, hey, yes, we're partying, we're good friends, we're having conversation, we're totally not keeping an eye on the room.
All right. And perusing around, nobody's sort of, asking about things like, so is there anybody I should, anybody besides the, I believe, it's, the second, the son of the planetary governor, is there anybody else to keep an eye on? Sort of like, who's the important people here,
You know, that practically starts a brawl because it turns out that nobody trusts anyone anymore.
That is perfect. Tip hat. I'm out. I'm not staying in the site.
Yeah. It's a perfect distraction, actually, because someone's already demanding satisfaction as you walk out like, you filth smack!
Well done.
The nobility needs a good thinning every 500 years or so.
Alright.
Okay. And that leads us to Zircon Marius and Zoron 3, who are attempting to gain access to Administratum records. So, how would you, gentlemen, like to proceed? Flashing the rosette and demanding access is a valid tactic. It's just that they will log it in their system as the Inquisition requesting access to information.
It's not very subtle, yeah.
It depends if someone asks the right questions, but if they do, whoo boy. Balls in your court, guys. Demi, Adolphus, you're the ones going on this mission. What's the plan?
Oh shit! Wait, yeah, I still have actual characters. Well,
what do you think about trying to fabricate paperwork?
I'm not good at that.
I mean, my character's half decent at that kind of thing.
Problem is that these are records pertaining to the upper spire. Security is bound to be tighter. And things are going to be more carefully logged both on who accesses it and who tampers with it, so iffy. This ain't a, hey, we would like to just talk our way on board a worker shuttle and go down to the planet.
Yeah, the best I can do with this character mostly is sneak and kill, but sneak. And do a bit of a stealth maneuvers.
I'm just imagining
capable
a band
of security, though.
I'm just imagining a band of acolytes using a heavy flamethrower with a backup team of, heavy firepower to just burn their way through an administratum center to get to the cogitators.
So, is it the same cogitators, or, like, if we try getting access to lower level records, will we be able to have them hack the system so they can access the higher ones?
Depends on how they're keeping it, honestly. Generally speaking, it's a big-ass data warehouse, and the Imperium doesn't believe in modern shit all the time. like if you were dealing with the Mechanicus, it would all be tied together in an internet-like system. With Admin Stratum, some of it will be networked, some of it won't be.
So we're dealing with file cards. Got it.
In some cases, with the shittier records, yes.
Not sure if I can do this because I'm not sure how the archives are made or supposed to function. But I want to see if I could potentially do this. So Zoran has actually a scholastic lore, numerology.
No, that's essentially the equivalent of astrology.
Nah.
No,
The
it's
idea was
it's literally recognizing sacred numbers. Man.
I know. I'm aware. I've been told of this multiple facts. I'm not sure what the archives are exactly about, but a way that we might be able to go in is, am I able to basically bullshit some research paper that might allow me to go a little bit further in, being like, I must deposit this. This is for the glory of the Imperium.
That sounds like a deceive check, not a lore check. But given that you are a Mechanicus, you could try for it. They might buy it.
I have a deceive check right now of 3%.
Like, effectively... Yeah, let's come up with something suitably stupid and grimdark. So, there are booths that you pay to enter that have like parchment and like vacuum tubes for sending letters into the system. So you submit a request for information via those and you wait until someone sends you a letter back to your booth.
God damn it. That's so 19 like 30s.
There's only one option. We go into the tube.
The tube is yay big, you're gonna need to blend yourself.
But yeah, unless you got something, I'm a sneaky boy.
Do you have a grenade?
I'm gonna stop you right there, man.
It depends on how quickly the vacuum tubes are able to transport a half kilo of metal and shrapnel. It might not make its way all the way in. However, there's a chance...
It doesn't need to. All it needs to do is make a distraction.
Why are you like this? In theory, yes, a grenade would fit into the vacuum tube.
So do you have a grenade?
No, I don't have a grenade, and I'm using a grenade.
You know, on the upper level access, there's like payphones that you can use to call an operator inside the complex.
Demi, that sounds like give up talk. Are you a bitch?
Yes.
That's why you're not an interrogator like Sir Khan.
You know what? I'm entirely down to go with the fucking research papers, honestly.
Okay, so face-to-face meetings are usually reserved for the lower and upper nobility, and they obviously cost a great deal more. You have 3 tiers. You have the shitty letter system, you have the shitty payphone system, and the shitty personal service system.
It's better as it goes. I mean, we require face-to-face. We require an in, essentially. And face-to-face allows that. Pay-to-pay, no. Letters to letters, no.
You can also go in through the people that work there. You can easily find out just by asking around when the shift changes, and just follow a clerk home and start asking how the system works on the inside, or make a clerk vanish and steal their credentials.
I do like that idea.
I can do that idea.
So let's do your bullshit idea of submitting a thing for their record,
Mm-hmm.
and then let's do that afterward.
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so which system would you like to use?
The shitty one.
They're all shitty. Um, we could start with letter, just to see if we can attract anybody, and just go on as we go. Makes us look desperate.
Yeah, let's try the letter one then.
Okay, what do you write on the letter?
I would like to submit a scholastic work. You know, all that fancy mumbo jumbo of wanting to submit a work of knowledge, essentially. And if I could have, as prep to this, just made like a 3-page or 4-page bullshit, essentially.
I'll let you use my auto quill.
Okay, so you write a treatise on what you want to do and why and what kind of information you might wish to use, and shove like 4 pages in the tube and send it up. You wait for 45 minutes. The answer returns. Please summarize your requests in 30 words or less.
So, we continue onward, and let's go on.
Now we have an excuse to get the payphone.
Indeed.
Okay, at this point, you know, there's people gathering because it's approaching the end of the shift for a lot of the workers. Administratum, of course, works later than most, among other reasons for this. You know, there's families who are wondering if the death certificate for their son in the guard has finally arrived. You know, the usual. And you head to the payphones. It's, what would be an appropriate price? It's like 2 thrones per 5 minutes.
As
Ooh, that is pretty costly.
yeah, as the uncivil individuals in the Adeptus Administrata would say, bitch ass.
It will add up, yes. Would you either of you like to make a requisition roll to submit either a bank account for their perusal, or put in the coins into the machine?
I have 30 influence. God help.
Omnisaya help.
This would still
you,
be
bitch.
an average requisition, but for you that still hurts.
How visible is this place? You know.
So still a modifier of 0.
Well,
I see.
think of payphone booths like they existed in the before times. About that private. But it's like a narrow corridor, so people can move normally in single file, so there's not that much
So it's a
foot traffic.
Mechanicus and a semi-noble looking guy
Yeah.
You
in a
would have to
fucking payphone booth.
Yeah, you would have to squeeze to both fit.
Yeah, there was a question where I wanted to ask, like, would I have time to quickly, hijinks it, essentially?
Sure, make me a tech use. What do you want to do to it?
The oldest trick in the book, put 2 thrones in and then take the string and then out.
Oh, so you want to get us banned, I see.
So you want to fuck with the machine so you don't have to pay. I figured, Demi. I figured. Make me a security roll with plus 20.
Security roll with plus 20. I have, technically a utility mechadendrite.
Yeah, another plus 10 for that.
Oh god, this is such a bad idea.
You love it regardless.
Okay,
I love
Demi, add 2 points to your influence. You steal a bunch of money. It looks like this one has been richly used. It's like nearly 100 thrones.
Nice.
All I'm getting from this is essentially we have to go to the one up for people to people and just be like, all right, this is a robbery. Oh my god.
I
it's
understand perfectly. Presses button on their desk.
Fuck. So am I able to bypass the pay requirement?
You know, no, but since the reservoir for the coins is open, you just bing, click. Oh, look, a coin!
That's the beauty of it.
Oh god.
So on the other end, you just hear a female voice, thick with either overuse or smoking or both. Yes, Adeptus Administratum, how may I help you?
This is Marging.
I would like to submit a request for a work of science, of scholastic work.
Yes, please continue, I'm listening.
I have recently found out that, and I'm going to name the bullshit essentially, just as quickly as I can, and thus would like to input it for the glory of the Imperium and Omnissiah.
You can hear a quill scratching on the other end, and just when you start speaking, you just hear a single sigh from the other end, like, fuck, not again. Just he starts taking notes. Okay. So this will need to be logged with the patent office. You are gonna have to pay a small attorney fee to secure your rights to this work. That is a original discovery, yes?
Yes.
It will also need to be verified by at least 2 independent magoses of the Mechanicum for tech heresy or unacceptable science. I don't believe there's anything here that requires the notification of the Arbites, however, so you're locked out there. You'll save a good 50 thrones on those fees. He just goes on telling you how to go about, filing your fucking paperwork.
Look at all the coins, and my thing is just like gone.
It's not enough. It's not enough. You need another 100 thrones at least to file everything properly.
Reduced to ashes.
It's like something between like 180 and 210 thrones, depending on how the approval process goes and if you need a second round.
Oh god.
Gotta love bureaucracy, right?
Do you have any questions, sir?
Negative. Thank you for your assistance.
That's why we're here. To serve the citizens of the Imperium.
Click, bitch ass.
You don't know the half of it. I had to put up with this for 10 years.
So, what now? Do we follow Clerk back or go broke?
I imagine we've used up most of the day here. So it's probably close to a shift change.
Yeah, if you wish to identify the Karen you talked to and follow her home, you could attempt to.
I mean, just if you see smoke coming out of her, that's her. Actually, that doesn't narrow it down actually at all. But yeah, we're definitely gonna go with that. We need to get pillows, by the way. I don't have a silencer.
We don't need pillows where we're
What
going.
the fuck?
Wait. I thought we were planning an assassination.
Wait, what do you think this mission is, interrogator?
Oh wait, am I with the I'm with the interrogator.
Yep, he's the boss.
Blessed.
You know,
So,
given the size of...
do you have a tick-in interrogation?
No.
You know, given the size
Okay.
of this warband, he might as well be a junior inquisitor at this point, given how well equipped it is. This is how how an actual investigation might look.
What I can do is follow her actually home and not make a sound and break into her apartment.
Okay, so the shift change sounds, and the administratum clerks start marching out in an orderly line. 6 people wide, stomp, stomp, stomp. You know that Pink Floyd music video, We Don't Need No Education? That's how they march
Yes.
all kids down, like, slump, slump, slump.
Let's follow them out and follow them home.
Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, catch a tiger by his toe. Him.
You could try and find someone who looks at least vaguely similar to Zircon. Not to you, because you have mechanic implants.
Definitely.
But,
sure. Let's go with that then.
Okay. Let's go with an awareness roll to see how well you can pick out a match in the crowd.
Should we both make it?
I mean, I think we're both looking for
Or
a case,
one of you
right?
can make it and the other can assist.
I have 40. I think I'm because I have 49. I have a good quality auger array, and I have an optical mechadendrite.
Yeah, you're
All right, I'll
probably the
just
better
assist
one.
to you then.
So I think the auger array with good quality and the optical mechadendrite give me a plus 30. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it gives you a reroll if you fuck it up. Okay. Yep, you pick out a clerk. Looks like his body size, even the face looks vaguely similar in the poor light. You follow him home. It's a cab block where the administratum clerk, still marching in a much smaller line because they've split off in different directions, just starts spreading out between different apartments, still in perfect unison.
Oh God, I know it. Oh God, I know what we have to do. We don't even have to break in Adolphus. We come
Yeah,
at
we
the
just
door.
have to
Knock,
walk in
knock.
right behind him.
Not even that. Knock, knock on door. Who is it? Local tech priest. What do? You have successfully completed your duties in the Adeptus at a shot of a proven skill. You are now being inquired to join the Adeptus Mechanicus. Please open up so we can. Where is your bedroom, sir? Here. Very nicely ordered. Good pillows.
Listen, you're gonna need to roll a long dive. He's kind of ranked to warrant pillows than me.
Blessed. So yeah, let's follow.
Okay.
After finding a proper bitch.
Make me a stealth roll with plus 20.
I'm gonna apply my chameleon line cloak on that. Do both of us have to roll it, or?
Well, Demi, I'm gonna need you to make me 2 toughness rolls.
Give me a second. Base?
Yeah, base, because you've been both physically and emotionally drained today.
Oh.
So that's 3 points of fatigue. Is that enough to make your agility fatigued?
I have a agility bonus of 4.
Then no. Excellent.
Yeah, the only thing that's really fucked, like, actually everything else besides BS, perception, and agility. Ouch.
Okay. So go ahead. The base is plus 20. You can use your cloaks if you have them.
Oh,
I'd like to re-roll.
All right.
There we go.
What about you, Marius? Or are you staying behind?
I'll stay behind. I'm completely incompetent at the sneak.
Okay. You follow inside. And, yeah, a couple of people at this point slowly shaking off the stupor of the day, just glance in your direction. You just Yes, just maintaining this power coupling. Poke, poke, poke.
Literally Hitman. It's like just scrub the floor in case anybody will look.
Yeah, pretty much. Oh no, these light fixtures are a fire hazard. I sure hope nothing happens to create a distraction. And yeah, you're you know exactly where he's in. You have find a nice moment when everything is quiet in the hallway and just how do you enter his apartment?
I'm gonna let the interrogator do this. Are we going in the meme way or are we going in the right way?
I think they're the same thing that me.
Knock knock, Mechanicus wants you, or no knocking, we just lockpick the door. Your choice.
Did it seem to you like he has family in there?
You didn't hear any noise from the inside.
Can we listen for any noise?
Let's wait like an hour and listen at the door, and then lockpick it if we hear nothing but like him sleeping or something.
That's a long time to wait. Do
Yeah,
you
actually.
wish to risk someone poking out into the hallway?
We should probably lower that to like 10-15 minutes. Because we don't want
Fair enough. Let's wait the like 10 minutes then.
All right. And after those pass, you haven't heard anything fucky as far as you can tell. How do you like to proceed?
Unlock the door.
I'm gonna try and lockpick it.
Okay, you have two choices. You can attempt security to pick the door, or you have a small plasma torch on your mechanical mechadendrite. Or your tilty mechadendrite, I should say.
That's gonna make a lot of noise. Yeah, I'm gonna try and pick it.
No, it's just a hissing sound.
Oh yeah, and before he's like gassing himself in there, for some reason everything goes up.
I
Wait,
can't
so you
take
just
it
said-
anymore. Opens a jar of promethium. Hello, sweet death.
Didn't you just say there's a fire hazard somewhere in this fucking building? So I'm gonna go with security.
Okay.
And I don't have the skeleton key bullshit, but I do have utility mechadendrite if that helps.
That would involve cutting through parts of the lock, so it won't really aid you in this case. It's a actual lock, not something electronic, that this would help with.
In that case, the last thing I need to ask, is it intelligence-based or agility-based for this?
Agility-based, and you get plus 20, because it's a relatively cheap lock.
I want to get in there with the least amount of noise, spending a fate point for plus 10.
Okay.
Huh. Rerolling. Still got fate points. This guy didn't die.
How many fate points do you have?
Wait. The fuck?
Yeah.
Why did it change?
It might have changed what attribute it's rolling off of.
That was weird. I changed it to agility first. And it rolled intelligence. What the fuck? Okay.
Well, then the second roll is the correct one. So,
Okay. So no fate point spent then?
not for the reroll.
Okay.
Okay. You, can you make a few scratching sounds? You turn it, open it, peer in. Oh yeah, there's that shriek of desperation.
Is that
A shriek of desperation?
No, the reek of desperation, like a bachelor pad. There's booze, probably not entirely washed clothing. You can imagine, it's like a... You know, it's a pretty high-class apartment, at least compared to the ones you're staying in. It actually has a small kitchen/living area and a separate bedroom. Fucker, you know, Administratum apparently pays a little. But the place, it's... You know, it looks ordered, but the nose, it gives it away. he just doesn't have the energy to clean properly. He just maintains appearances and keep his shit out of sight when you just walk in the door.
Is there coats? Anything?
There are the administratum robes that have been lovingly laid out over the kitchen table.
Can't use that.
There's a thin and ratty coat, like, you know, something that's like fake skin, or, you know, just really disgusting.
That'll do.
So just wad it up.
Locate individual, sneak in. Camila and Clegg Stallone.
I mean, it's probably a pretty small place.
Just slowly push open the cracked bedroom door.
Slowly get out
Herein.
my the equivalent.
Go on, Chris. Go on.
You look in, see the dude sleeping. The smell of old booze gets a little stronger as you open the bedroom.
Ah, okay. We can do this. We can do this better, guy. If I remember right, the utility Mechadendra can do things. If I can just go across the neck, just like this.
No, we're not killing him. We're gonna bribe him to shut the fuck up and use bureaucracy against him.
That leaves witnesses.
So you whispered at him, "No, we're not killing you," as he's walling up the fucking coat around his gun.
Hey. He gets 3 days off the job with pay. And he's obligated to fucking do it. What more could he ask?
You're assuming he has any loyalty to the Imperium left in his squeezed out soul.
Even better.
Sure, if you want to keep him alive, I'm just gonna go back and close the doors.
Okay, you close the doors. So, what gun were you gonna use to do the deed?
I was gonna just use an auto pistol.
Okay. So just coat wrapped around the hand, holding the auto pistol, just still keeping
Just
it
in
ready
case?
just in case. Okay.
I'm waiting for the interrogator to now do his work.
You may proceed, Mr. Inquisition.
I'll somewhat loudly shut his bedroom door, holding up the Aquila.
You mean like the rosette?
Yes, the rosette. Sorry.
Okay. You close it. He just goes, I'll be, shit, I'm sorry, I'll be right up. Fuck, I hadn't realized it was morning already. Listen, it won't happen again. I'll get dressed, I'll get on my shift, I'll work overtime. I'll make it right, I'm sorry.
It's not morning yet.
Just bleary-eyed eyes trying to focus on you. Processing. You ever do like a really long day, like 12, 14 hours of activity, and then get 15 minutes of sleep and get immediately woken after getting drunk?
Whack.
I'll like, if there's a seat anywhere near his bed, I'll sit in it.
Not
Still
really.
holding out the rosette.
He's just gonna fumble around, just turn on like a light fixture. Squint his eyes shut. What the fuck? Listen, I have like 10 thrones in the kitchen cupboard. Just take it and go. I don't have any valuables here.
I'll shove the rosette towards him.
He just eyes focus on it, blinks again, looks at you, goes completely white and slightly greenish, gulps.
I am in the middle of an investigation. I require your assistance.
Yes, I'll rat him
It will
out. He's an
require
asshole.
your. It will.
Yes,
Oh,
I'll
he's
tell
out
you
cold?
everything. No, he's just telling you. Yes, I'll tell you everything. I'll rat him out. He's an asshole.
You don't have to rat anyone out. I require your identification, and I require you to stay here at home for the next 3 days.
What? Why? Oh, this is... No, I don't want to know. I don't want to know. Why don't you give me command or intimidate with plus 30? If you should happen to have either of those. Okay. Yeah, he just fumbles around, gives you the identifications. Like, you notice that he has like a poorly maintained las pistol under his bed. Hard to tell whether it's for an emergency way out or for an emergency way to fight off intruders. And yeah, he gives you his identification, his robes. You have acquired one disguise, good for 3 days to enter the building. Though if you're not on shift, come the next day, it'll probably be suspicious. He'll even mumble something about being the senior record entry technician for Hall B22.
Noted. Thank you for your assistance.
Hey, listen, the boss, he takes bribes.
I'll nod at that.
Yeah, just doing my duty, just...
Get some sleep and then clean up your place in the morning or something. You'll have to find something to do for the next...
He's gonna binge sleep with all of this.
Okay, so, you have acquired one disguise. And knowledge of a person that should not be running an administratum department taking bribes. I'm sure that you'll use this in the best interest of this section of the city and take out the corrupt official instead of using him to further your own ends.
I'm sure we'll use him to further our own ends and then take him out. Don't worry about it.
Okay.
Can you imagine how hard the Inquisition would have to work if they didn't have corrupt people?
They would just go through channels. Like, they do that. You could literally go in there and demand their cooperation. Officially speaking. You just don't want everyone else to know that you're doing this who's capable of finding it out. Which technically makes you a renegade. So, raise your hands. Who owns Octavius and whoever the other fuck is that stayed at the base?
I do.
Henry.
Okay. Andre, Octavius, how do you go about securing the place?
I mean, just keep a constant watch, maybe switch shifts, like who's on watch constantly, so that there's always someone on watch, just in case someone's like suspicious and approaches.
Okay. How heavy a load? Carapace armor and grenade launchers, or something lighter?
Well, Henri does have the carapace, but he also he has a long last. Pardon me.
Okay. Are you wearing the carapace on guard? This will matter.
Probably not on guard. Not gonna lie.
You can wear yours while
Like
being inside the facility, and
yeah.
I can just have my las pistol and conventional
Yeah.
cloak.
Yeah, like
While
while
outside.
we're inside, we will be wearing it and with our full gear, but
Yeah,
outside.
one of
Okay,
us can
so
be
the-
inside while the other's outside.
So if you get attacked, the plan is that a dude in full Inquisitorial regalia, or full Inquisition regalia, just comes
We'll shoot
out.
them when they come into the building, yes.
Well, you don't have the entire building, you have part of one floor.
Well, point is, once they come into our place,
Yep.
they get shot by him. Yes.
Okay, so roll off. The higher gets to roll awareness because he's on shift when it happens. Okay, Octavius. Roll awareness with plus 20. If you have Auspex, that definitely adds to this.
Nice.
Okay, so you hear booted feet, 4 or 5 of them, coming up the stairs. Doesn't sound like the usual inhabitants.
Sounds like really heavy fuckers, or...
The kind of feet that march with a purpose that isn't always friendly.
Okay. Time to go inside and get dressed.
You won't have time
After-
to put on the full carapace set. There's a lot
Well,
of straps.
that's fine. I can hide behind something.
Okay, so just take cover in a doorway.
After alerting my ally, yes.
Okay, would you also like to stack up looking down the hallway?
I would just to see who's approaching.
Alright.
Would it be possible to grab my hotshot las gun in
Yeah, you
the
have
moments
enough.
while
You
we're...
have a good minute or so before they appear, so you have enough time to scramble and grab your guns at least.
Okay.
What you don't have is time to put on a full set of armor.
Alright, that's fair enough.
So, would you
Shit,
like to be pointing guns in the general direction of whatever is coming?
At the doorway, yes.
Alright. So, someone is just gonna throw open the doorway and stride in, and then stop when seeing that, hey, on this floor people are pointing guns towards the stairwell. Behind him you can
I
see...
never said I'm pointing a gun towards anything.
Well, Adolphus did. Right?
Adolphus did, but
I
I
mean,
never said I agreed.
in our apartment thing, yes.
Your apartment is barely more than a closet.
Mm-hmm.
Do you wish to stay inside the apartment until they open the door to an appropriate place? Because you can't stay inside all 6 at the same time, reason being there's 2 of you.
Yup.
Which means that some of the equipment is going to be in full view.
Mm-hmm.
At least once they open the right doors, if they don't
Yep.
start with yours.
I'm gonna be...
I guess
In
I'd,
front.
if that's the case, I wouldn't grab my hotshot las gun. I'd just stand in the hallway with my las gun, and after alerting him, like get somewhat farther away from the apartment, under the assumption they're probably trying to come for us or someone near us, and just try staying out of their way unless they actively fuck with us.
Yeah, they're gonna be coming towards you, but they're gonna, like the leader is gonna stop when he realizes that, hey, there's a dude waiting for him and he's armed.
I'm gonna light up a glow stick on Henri, because he has some.
He's gonna wait for a second and he's gonna speak. So, here's the thing, gents. You haven't paid for your heating this month, and we're here to collect.
We just got here.
Yeah, and you pay heating for the coming month.
But we're not gonna be staying a month.
Okay, that's what my problem. The rent agreement is on a monthly basis. It really isn't.
Yeah, I know. I can assume, like. And who might you fine gentleman be?
I would be the proprietor of this fine building.
What does he look like?
Like
Yeah.
a fucking thug and extortionist. They're all
Yeah.
armed. He has like 4 dudes just covered in muscles and, you know, the usual regalia.
Look,
What's the fee?
well, you might say that, but you most certainly do not look like the person that is the proprietor of this fine establishment.
You know, for you, looks like you can afford a lot, and we need to help our more unfortunate residents. So, how about you hand over that gun of yours?
How
Is he
about-
referring to my last pistol?
He's probably referring
You
to my last gun.
You said that you were grabbing your hotshot Laz.
Yeah, true though.
I mean,
no.
I kind of walked that back once I realized that we were living in a hole in the wall, but... I guess that's fair enough. We can bribe them with that.
Do you want to feed the thugs?
Boy, just no.
So some thugs showed up. We gave them 4 more suits of carapace and half our weapons.
Exactly, like Jesus.
Interrogator's like, you morons!
I mean, he hasn't gone in the goddamn room yet, has he?
Nope, you're facing him in the hallway, essentially.
Well, I'm sure your boss would love to see actual currency instead of something that he might or might not be able to sell, or some things he might not be allowed to own even.
Big spender. Now I want to know what was in those crates you brought in.
Oh, so you were looking. Okay, well, I don't see why it's any of your business. We paid for the room.
Boy, this is my building!
Yes, and we have already paid
Looking
you
at the
for-
idiot.
We have already paid for our
Kia
stay in
looks
this
back at his guys. See, I wasn't too good at this schooling shit, but I'm counting 4 guys behind me and 2 in front of me.
Oh, you're also counting people behind closed doors.
And I'm counting 1 idiot and 1 smart guy.
It takes him a while to process it. You see it in his eyes when it fails, and he just says, "What the fuck did you just say, bitch?"
I said my friend's a fucking idiot. That's what I said.
And my friend's a fucking pussy.
He just... You see him process for a second and just fist into the wall, just smack!
Oh,
Boy!
you don't want to ruin your fine establishment like that. Come on. Low stick. Look, I'm going to be honest with you. Currently, our boss isn't here. I have no idea what the fuck is in there. I'm not supposed to know. All I've been told is to stand here and let no one in. Doesn't matter who. To be honest, I'm more scared of my boss than I am of you. That's saying something.
You know what? Go ahead and make me an intimidate roll with +20.
Me or him?
You know what? Make 1 each and make it strength based.
Just flat?
+20. Okay. Okay, fair enough. But you know how this works. You use our hood, and you got to pay the fee.
And you'll get your fee. So what's your fee?
Let's say 15%.
Slowly nod to that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
15% of the original fee that we paid. Alright.
15% of your take.
I can ask my boss. If he says yes, he says yes. I really can't do that. You're welcome to stay here. We can chat. I can offer you low sticks till I come back. Because
Yeah.
currently I legitimately have nothing on me and really would not like to piss off my boss.
Listen, you don't want to piss off my boss, so you better have my fee when I return. We're gonna be keeping an eye on you fuckers.
Okay.
You'll get it.
Good day, gentlemen. It was a pleasure doing business.
So, luckily you have people in your group who can figure out how much 15% of 3 crates of assorted contraband might be worth reasonably.
About 2 million tons.
Listen, they're not smuggling null rods, Jackal, or... If it's filled with Obscura, they'll consider it the richest steak this century. They probably assume you're smuggling like 3 crates of cigarettes.
Yeah, probably.
Well, we found part of the use for Mr. I've got 400 cigarettes.
Yeah, I've got 400 cigs. Just like, here, have this.
Okay. So, I think this is a good place to wrap up. Having gone through all the different approaches you wish to try. Boo, why don't you tell us how you feel about this session?
It was definitely a way more fun roleplay session, like pure roleplay session. There was no combat, obviously, stuff like that. Well, Demi wanted there to be combat, but you know. It looked like Demi was frozen. I couldn't see if he reacted or not. But nah, I definitely did like the session a very large amount, simply because of all the fucking around you get to do, and just talking your way through shit. To be honest, I'm just glad I managed to talk to where I basically don't have to roll much. And hey, working with criminals is easy. You just gotta act like a criminal. You gotta act like you're not terrified of them.
It's not too hard for you, given how you usually approach things at this point.
Yeah, true. But the best part, to be honest, would be just waiting to see the fucking fallout of the 2 guardsmen of our boy Jim and his elderly companion. Just how their captain decides to deal with it. It was fun. It was really fun.
Okay. Demi.
Yeah. I have a question, first and foremost. What session are we on?
Like 34, 35.
Something
All
like
right. So, after 33, 34 sessions, guys, we're finally playing Dark Heresy 2nd Edition.
Wow. I think
feel-
the infiltration of the rogue trader ship was pretty damn close.
Yeah, it was wonderful.
But yeah, this pretty good session overall. I lock picking a paper for 2 fucking influence. Jesus, was fucking blessed. But nah, I see. It's not that I wanted combat. I just wanted to execute somebody when I had the opportunity to do so.
Dirk is like, what do you what the fuck are you doing? We're just gonna talk to him, you crazy fuck.
Understood. This has given a good lesson. Buy a silencer.
Can you even get a silencer for a las pistol?
No, I'm using auto pistol and sniper rifle.
Oh, okay.
Sniper rifles already come with
No,
the silencer.
no.
No, they don't.
I
What do you
mean, silencers are still loud as fuck, regardless.
Yeah, like it's not like in the movies. A silencer would help a shot not be fully heard in a crowd of bustling people, like screaming and shit. Like,
Yeah.
Just hear a shot in the middle of the night. Well, there goes another one. goes back to sleep.
It wouldn't be too shocking in a fucking Athelaq, let's be honest.
When you think about it, in a hive where it's full of gangs and things, the most suspicious thing you can do is shoot one bullet. You empty that fucking mag.
Yeah.
Maybe scream something like "Die, Crip." I don't fucking know.
Bitch ass.
So, Adolphus, what did you think of the session?
Oh, it was a wonderful session.
Really fucking was.
Okay. Jackalor.
It was decent enough. Not bad. Pretty good overall.
He's just sad he didn't get to eviscerate someone with power swords.
I mean, kinda.
Yeah, understandable.
Oh, don't worry. That's like
That's
2
to
sessions
come.
from now.
Oh yeah, when we actually fight the assassin and the fucking noble house that fucking hired him for somehow because we fuck up.
So, Boo,
Almost
how do you
inevitably.
feel about the outlook for this sector, given how things are proceeding?
Ooh, it's
Well, you could say that this entire sector is becoming a land down under.
really fucking is. Jesus Christ, like you can't really, you know how they say like cut the head off of the snake? Yeah, you don't really know where the head begins and the snake ends.
Okay, Demi, how do you feel
Yeah?
about the outlook for this sector?
I'm sorry, I have to share this first and foremost because Boo just said something. So you know how an Ouroboros works, where a snake is eating its own tail?
Mm-hmm.
If you think about it and turn that into an anime girl, it's pretty kinky.
No!
I mean,
Bad!
I mean, can't Newman already suck his own dick?
Listen, that's some
No.
Children of the Emperor fucking shit. You fucking stop that.
Ooh. So what do I think about the sector? Well, it's had better days. That's for sure. We need to stop the cat.
They have been desperately sending people on board that station by now, trying to
Contain that shit or
unfucking
get
the
them out later.
controls. It's weird. It's like there's no one on board, but key personnel keep going missing or something for whatever fucking reason. Like
I swear-
accidents happen. Like it's like something told them to push the wrong buttons and they accidentally opened an airlock or initiated emergency venting, and you just see bodies floating out into space.
Nah, with Jinzia's ability, mecha dendrites and things, well, I feel like the cat made a fucking like tricycle and like menacingly goes down the hall, just goes.
I mean, the cat can't directly kill them is the thing. It's still technically bound, but it can't trick them into yeeting themselves or agreeing to something that leads to them being yeeted or chaos spawning or whatever.
Yeah.
So if they invite it in, it can do whatever.
So they're literally experiencing the plot of what was that movie? Event Horizon.
Kind of, little bit, yeah. But yeah, they have definitely been sending boarding parties. There's one of those newly recommissioned inquisitorial ships is heading there at full speed with a team of experts.
Good for them. They're all going to die.
So, Adolphus, what's the outlook for the sector?
I think the sector is going to eventually recover in 1,000 years. Don't worry about it.
Technically, since you could have just destroyed the station and fucked with the Dark Sun's ability to show up, or, permanently sabotage it in some way, or just stay there and interfere with what the Dark Sun is doing, technically, Land Under and the Late Worlds are both, for fuck's sake, sacrifices to the quest of finding Svarog. Which
Yep.
means that all those deaths feed the cat.
We got a powerful kitty.
He doesn't want you to stop the Dark Sun. Not while you're still looking for Svarog. Jackalor, well, they are slowly choking to death on their own autism. Why don't you tell us how you feel about the outlook for this sector?
Forecast. Grim.
42% chance of societal collapse.
15% chance of rain of blood.
And 100% chance of a good time.
Bros.
Oh.
We're literally an adventuring party of 12 people and we've sinned. We didn't visit the brothels.
Why visit the brothel when we get fucked on our job daily?
Don't worry, Demi. We can handle that next session when we're interrogating that assassin who gets drunk. We can take him to a brothel.
Exactly, huh?
I think there's a back room in whatever bar he's at, honestly.
Definitely.
If you think about it, like an assassin's not always on the job and he needs pay. So, and he
needs his beer money, yes.
I know.
And
He
he's
recently did a job. The implication was he's getting drunk and spending it on other luxuries until he runs out.
Essentially, that's how assassins like him live.
Fair,
Take
but
the
what if you
paycheck.
wanted, what if you wanted a side job with all that agility, dude? Pole dancing.
I know
I'm
what
sure
Lee's gonna
there's
become
some
after
ladies
this.
that would enjoy that show, but
Demi,
whew.
listen, we're gonna, for the sake of our own sanity, try not to judge your career choices. You know, that you have as backups after you get kicked out of the Inquisition. Please don't tell us about your plans and options.
Hey, you know, ladies pay good money for a male stripper.
Hey, like, look, those noble women, like, their husbands are always working, gotta have some fun.
You're assuming that Imperial nobles work. They have people for that.
Yeah, there are people that work.
Yeah, that's why all the ladies hire Pharaoh Warders, because they turn low-techs into Proven 3.
God damn it!
Doesn't even make sense. That doesn't even make sense, though.
Okay, I'm going. Bye.
Bye-bye,
Jackalor.
Jackalor.
Say goodbye, everyone.
We'll miss you.
See ya.
Bye-bye.